Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Season 2, episode 1, or episode 33.
We're going to call it season 2, I guess. We're
season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. What's up, boys?
What's up, dude?
I feel like I just saw you guys.
We were just all together, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty great. Now we're back.
I'll never do a trip for you.
Together.
If you ever ask me for a favor again, I'm never going to do it. Let me put it that way. We'll go into it later.
Oh,
my travel home, ass Lightcap. He must have been losing his mind. My travel home was the worst thing of all time.
Well, you had flight issues, rental,
nonstop,
just crazy.
It sucked. It was drove from Memphis. Yeah, I was just love you guys.
That's cool though, dude. But you did it, dude. You're back home now.
What do you guys? How? So hold on, real quick. You guys both for the New Year's show. You guys both went to Disney World. You went to Universal, right, John?
I went to both. Yeah.
That's too many people for me.
Did you go to both?
Well, I did Epcot and I did Animal Kingdom, and then I was going to do Magic Kingdom. I was like, this is too much to do, and I know I wanted to spend at least a day and a half at Universal and Universal Hollywood just because of the rides and all the movie shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, first time ever doing any of that stuff, I was completely blown away by it.
Yeah, that's what's shocking is how like adventure laced we all are on the road. But like the fact that like you and I have never done Universal or Disney together is insane to me. Like I would have thought you have been to Disney or Universal like 1,000 times for sure.
No, I've been to every Busch Gardens, every Six Flags. I mean, I've been thrown out of Darien Lake. So I mean, I've done all that other stuff. But yeah, that was the first time I've ever done any of that. And then Steve Hopkins was there. And his girlfriend Mallory, and so I third wheeled it. But they've done it a bunch, so they're kind of helped me kind of pick and choose. But they're excited to watch the ins.
Yeah,
right. And they were excited taking me on a ride for the first time because I was like, "Holy shit! Like I can pick my own music." I'm listening to Kanye West "Stronger" on that.
Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah, dude, I was like, dude, I am so happy. I'm like, I don't even care if this thing breaks. I'm gonna die on this roller coaster
listening to Kanye.
Stronger makes me want to just go into the world, into the universe, dude. Be a part of the world now. Just be laced into the universe with death.
Like the Everlast ride, where you sing what it's like.
Yeah,
the Everest ride.
That's my favorite ride, actually.
Just completely blown away by it.
So did you ride? Did you ride Flight of Passage, Avatar ride?
No, that's the one. It was a 2-hour wait when we got there, and it's like, you know what? I'd rather just go to Hollywood or Universal. That's so we did that the first morning of the day. We did the safari, did Everest, did a bunch of other rides over there.
What was your favorite ride?
Out of any park,
favorite ride.
I mean, the Mummy I probably did 4 or 5 times just because I
love the Mummy's a good one.
The Mummy's my favorite Universal. Oh well, I take that back. It used to be. Sorry. Now Velocicoaster is insane.
Velocicoaster, loved it. So the Mummy, which is I was one of the last people to ride Everest, because it's going under renovations for the next 4 months, and I was one of the last people to ever ride the Mummy because it's going under renovations for 6 more months.
Yeah, they're about to take down the Mummy.
What's going there?
No, it's going to stay in the Mummy. They're just kind of, I guess,
adding stuff to it, maybe.
This huge dig artifact digging site in the front and adding some stuff inside.
Yeah.
But the Velocicoaster just stopped. The Hulk coaster. I mean, I would gladly die on any one of those rides.
You're like glowing right now.
Did you ride Hagrid's?
Yeah, rode that back to back to back.
Well, how'd you do that? Because you guys had an ADA pass.
I went. Well, here's the thing. That Monday night, the wait was 35 minutes
for Hagrid's?
For everything.
Yeah, because I think it was something super weird. The ride got shut down. We jumped in there like willy nilly, like, oh, whatever, we'll wait. Sure enough, jumped right in there. But yeah, I would motorcycle sidecar. The other Grimwald or the Dragon ride. Amazing. I took pictures of the flaming dragon all this time.
Flaming dragon.
Flaming dragon.
I bought a Quidditch outfit with my
I saw that
cloak.
What house are you?
I'm Gryffindor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was pissed because I want to kill other wizards, but I'll settle for that.
Zach, what house are you?
I don't know. I've never seen Harry Potter.
Ravenclaw. Oh, what?
You've never gone to like. You've never. Oh my god.
I was so enthralled by it just as an adult. Zach, how do you deal with this with kids running around, just pulling you different directions? Because there's a lot of rides you guys have to do like the parent swap too, right? On height and stuff.
Surprisingly, not really. Because so we brought Ollie to Disney when he was like 18 months old. Because we had a show there. Well, we just had a show. We had a show there, so it was like we literally just brought him to Magic Kingdom. Harry Reese was on the tour with us, so I just like paid Harry Reese to come with us. So Harry Reese took a bunch of pictures of them as a kid at Disney, so which was a lot of fun. So we tried to redo a lot of those pictures, and now that he's bigger, it was cool. It was a lot because like I wish we would have waited till Avery was Ollie's age. Like it is a lot for Avery. And first off, Avery's a lot anyway, so like taking Avery to Cracker Barrel is a lot. So like taking him to Disney. So
little extra.
First off, dude, stroller Disney is different than any Disney. Stroller Disney sucks dicks. Like,
but hold on, as a parent, because Zach, you'll understand. It's so nice having that storage to just put like you don't want to wear.
You don't have to go to
wear
any
your sweater. You just put it down there. You don't have to go to storage.
You don't have to go to any lockers. Yeah, that's the cool part. So, dude, I mean, like we flew private down there because I had JR and my buddy Zach and all of our wives and kids. There were 6 kids.
Too many
altogether.
Too many.
Yeah,
too many.
So 6 kids and 6 adults. So, I talked my wife out at 9 a.m. I talked my wife out of a double stroller because a double strollers, dude, is so wide. You're
an asshole. You're an asshole with a double stroller.
You're the asshole with the double stroller. So I'm like, hey, Ollie's not going to need it, and he didn't. Ollie was a trooper,
he walked,
dude.
Really,
dude. He never sat in a stroller. And the last day we did a 15-hour day. So the cool part was his parents aren't tall, so I was really worried about like if he was gonna be like how like
you just don't make the line because you're too short.
Ollie, me and Ollie both are the same height. No, so
they swap you out.
The child swap is for me.
Yeah.
So we go in and like, dude, Ollie was like straight up trooper, man. Like so the first thing I think that he rode was Avatar. And like he got talked into going on that. Like he didn't want to do it. And he was scared. He kept his eyes closed most of the time, but he did it. And I was shocked that he was tall enough to do it. Avery did not do it. Also not tall enough. But then we did like Safari. He didn't want to do Everest. So anyway, do the show that night. Dude, so not to like in the middle of it, but like, and you guys were there, but I was
chaos.
Dude, I was delirious. Like on stage,
New Year's Eve, I was like, dude, how are you standing? Like,
dude, I got up at 5:30 in the morning and went to Disney.
Stupid.
We went on stage at 11 p.m. and didn't get off stage till 1:30. I went back the other day and watched some videos of the show. I don't even know the words that are coming out of my mouth. Like I was just like talking.
You're like, was I there?
It was like an out of body experience. I was so tired. I don't think I've ever been that tired on stage. And then we got to this point where like in the last 2 songs where I was like, these are the last Smith and Myers shows for, it's the last Smith and Myers tour for probably 3 years, but it's the last Smith and Myers shows for probably at least a year. And I got to the last 2 songs and I like didn't want to get off stage. I was so tired, but I was like, man, I don't want this to end. These shows are so fun. And so anyway, the next day, because I was so tired, we just kind of did Disney like casually. Right? Like we'll go like when we get up.
Yeah.
So we did Magic Kingdom the next day. Well, I have a friend now through another mutual friend, through Wheeler. I hooked up with this guy, Andy, who
sexually.
Yeah. Well, that's how I got the hookup.
Great hog.
So, dude, Disney hog, 50th anniversary hog,
Diamond edition.
Diamond edition. So this dude Andy, who was like literally like the nicest guy I've ever met, and I got his nephew into the show and his nephew's wife. Took care of them sexually. And so
I love how he beats us to the punch.
I knew where it was going. So we go to Magic Kingdom. So what? Dude, Andy would put we had 12 people in our group. He put 6 or 7 lightning lane passes for each person on everybody's band. It's just utter insanity, right? So it made Disney so much worth it because what John's saying is dude, if I had to wait in those lines with Avery, I'm not going on any rides.
No, not at all.
Zero.
That's
chance.
why I love to do single. I can single ride anything. I don't care who you're with next to me. It
doesn't matter as long as you're riding it.
So after the Shinedown, after the Shinedown Orlando show, that's me and my brothers. We were trying to get on the Smuggler's Run, the Millennium Falcon ride. We're like, yeah, fuck single rider, dude.
Yeah,
and a couple of us were riding together because it's a 6-person thing, and not allowed to go 6 people. So we rode together a lot. But yeah, I'm with you on the single rider thing. So we went to Magic Kingdom. It was great. Oliver rode. There's nothing he didn't ride at Magic Kingdom. Oh, sorry, he didn't ride. Big Thunder Mountain, but he rode Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. He rode the water ride. He rode Slinky. Dude, they love. Oh, the Slinky Dog. Sorry, Slinky Dog's Hollywood Studios, but love Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Didn't ride Space Mountain. But
I've never been to
else.
I've never been to Disney World. I've only been to Disneyland in California.
Oh no, Disney World's way better.
I know.
Way
I've
better.
just never. Yeah,
it's way bigger. And obviously there's more parks and stuff, right? But no, the Magic Kingdom was great. Next day, get up early again, 5:30, go to Hollywood Studios, and that's when we did the 15-hour day. And that's when
too much. Get out of here.
Too much, dude. We did Epcot,
nap in the middle of the day. Go back to the hotel. Nap in the middle of the day. Go back,
dude. We did Hollywood Studios. Oliver rode Rise, rode the Falcon ride. Slinky Dog.
God
Dude, he
damn.
rode Slinky Dog, which is a Toy Story roller coaster, by the way, which may look like a kid's roller coaster. That's a legit roller coaster. Did you go to Hollywood, John?
Yeah, I went to Hollywood.
So you got to walk around the Star Wars stuff and all that?
Yes. Or no,
Okay.
Hollywood. No, Hollywood doesn't have the.
No, Hollywood's Star Wars. Yeah.
So I have a. Tell me if you guys share the same sentiment. It drives me insane that most rides now are not even roller coasters. They're always the 3D animated rides.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It makes me dizzy.
So me too. I can only do maybe 2-3 tops, and that's it.
That Spider-Man ride at Universal, amazing.
Yes, that ride's great.
That one makes me dizzy.
Oh, dude,
it's great.
Amazing.
Just like Kong, I don't like that Kong 3D ride or Kong Skull Island. I'm not a big fan of that. John's frozen.
So I like that one. John is frozen. It's okay.
I'm moving. I can see it. The Kong wasn't as good as it should be. Transformers was great. The Harry Potter Grimwald's Succubus ride was amazing.
Escape from Gringotts or whatever. See, that one makes me the dizziest.
That's
the
one
I like
100%.
the least.
Yep.
I just love that you can.
I'm with Paul
interact.
though. I'm a roller coaster.
I love a roller
dude.
coaster. Give me roller coasters.
I'll tell you this though, dude. That you missed it, John. That Avatar ride, that's the best digital ride there is because you're riding on the back of it. You're riding on the. Oh, we should just make it a yearly thing. We're a couple of us, couple crew guys.
I don't want to go. No Hollywood, no December, no holidays. Let's go.
I tell you when the best time to go is February, October, early October. When we went with my brothers, killer. That's a trip from now on, dude. We got to make it happen. If
you get 4 to 6 people, you could literally crush that for a week.
Dude,
get 2 big hotel rooms.
That's what we did. We all got suites at the Hard Rock because we were going for Universal, right? So because we did the first day when me and all my brothers went, we did Horror Nights, same thing, right? We got up at 5:30, started Universal, then did Horror Nights. We were there from 6 a.m. till 2 a.m. We did 24 miles of walking.
Got your dicks wet.
Oh my god, it was amazing. So anyway, it was great with kids. But yeah, Ollie was a trooper. Avery was Avery. He's going to be Avery. But no, it was good, man. You know what I don't like though? I'll say this. I don't really understand Epcot. I understand it's all the food and you go around the world, but it's still not great. It's not great food.
I've never been there, but Frank from Hatebreed has a drinking around the world team and they go and they literally for an entire day, they just drink at every different spot and just get blackout drunk.
I think at night, that place is the best because you see the actual really cool show in the middle. But in terms of rides,
there's no rides.
I guess I guess they're adding now the Guardians of the Galaxy rides going there.
That's going to be there, yeah.
This other Pixar thing. But for me, I'm glad I saw it because you grew up looking at that big tennis ball and be like, what the fuck is this? So just for historical significance for me, like, oh, cool. I can say I went to Epcot.
I hadn't been to Epcot since 1989, and I didn't remember any of that stuff. I mean, I remember the ball, obviously, but like I only rode one thing at Epcot. I rode Test Track, which was pretty cool.
That was cool.
You design a car,
yes.
and then like you go like you're only going like 70, but there's no roof or window, so you feel like you're going like 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's great.
It was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, it's when me and my brothers went, when we went all as adults, it was awesome because like no kids, dude. Like we did Universal for 3 days in a row.
Because you just went a couple months ago with your brother, right?
In October.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But when we decided the last day, we had an extra day, we were going to just lay around and be lazy. I'm like, well, let's just go to Disney. So we went to Disney. Dude, we did every park in one day. Because it's all adults, right? And we had lightning lane passes through my friend.
True.
So it's just, you literally ride everything you want to ride at Magic Kingdom, next park. Ride the Star Wars rides, ride a couple things at Hollywood, next park. Like Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster. Rock and Roller Coaster was down while we were there. That's a bummer. Dude, we're 15 minutes in, bro. This is a Disney episode. This is a Disney Universal episode.
We're talking nothing but Disney Universal.
But I love it.
It's crazy.
What was crazy, not to kind of step back, but the night of that Smith Myers show, like the right before sound check, you got your VIP thing. I would go upstairs. I'm like trying to find like where Mac is, where JR is. Dude, JR is eyes shut. Like,
he was dead, dude. He was yeah.
I took so many pictures and selfies with him sleeping that I cannot wait to share. And then later that night,
please share them. Please send them here so we can put
I saw his son do the same exact thing, and I felt obviously I took a picture of his son sleeping just for reference. But I'm just like, dude, these kids are beat. Ollie and Avery face down.
Hold on. I walked downstairs to like come do something, bring somebody something, and I like walked side stage for a second, and I see Ollie, the picture you posted, Zach. I walk by Bethany and I just see Ollie laying there, no pillow, nothing, literally on the side of the stage in Monitor World. I'm like, is he asleep? Bethany's like, oh, he's out, like he's done. I'm like,
man's asleep on the floor of the House of Blues, which by the way, I laid down on the couch at House of Blues and I was like, oh, there's cum on my face for sure.
That's right.
No doubt in my mind that Crossfade butt fucked all sorts of people on that couch.
Crossfade.
Dude, there was there was a Crossfade tantric Days of the New gangbang.
Oh, there is no doubt in my mind
room, dude.
that Eagle-Eyed Cherry had cocaine snorted off his feet.
I can't. Because we had this conversation that night. I'm just going to stop right there.
Rusted their roots in that dressing room. Rusted
Root did a rusty trombone up and down that band dressing room hallway. There were a bunch of throat goats backstage.
Oh my God.
One hit wonder from the early 80s to 2000s.
Dude, Aaron Carter fucked so many underage girls back then.
The Seal cover band was sucking off so many people backstage.
Oh, dude.
My face hurts so
But it's weird though, because when you are tired.
But it's weird anyway.
Anyway, we're sucking each other off. And so, but when you are that tired though, I don't think it really matters what you're sleeping on. You just fall asleep. I think
you're exhausted.
We jump on airplanes, fall asleep like it's nothing.
No, dude, Oliver had no pillow.
He was literally just on the ground like this.
Haunting.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. It
was a good show. You guys, man, that was a long ass night, but that show was so good. I didn't get back to my hotel because I was an hour outside of Orlando. I didn't get into bed until 4:30 that night. And then I had to wake up the next morning and drive all the way to your house.
Yeah, but I let you stay at my house.
Yeah, but I didn't even stay at your house because I was like, I need to go to sleep, dude. Like, I need to go to bed. Like, but yeah, I saw your house. Zach, your house is a mess. You clearly have 2 kids.
Bro, don't be talking shit about my house on here. You were my guest, bro.
There's literally... No, you can tell.
I left 2 days after
It was
Christmas.
just listen exactly. I was gonna say you could tell it was Christmas with 2 kids in your house because there were just
that
toys,
living room off the kitchen.
Yes.
It's like Santa was still here, bro. There's like everything's still up. Nah, bro. It was,
Now, Paul,
It was great. I'm not talking shit because you could tell like it's definitely a kid.
did
house.
you actually see the horses, Paul? Because I know Zach the last 2 days. Has
No, but Zach, you want to fill us in because it looks like you live on a farm now.
I want to be filled in. Dude, remember it was like this time.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You want to be filled in, he says. Choose your words wisely.
I think we
right?
peaked at episode 1, guys. I don't think we should have came into season 2.
We came into season 2.
Listen, remember this time last year when a horse fell in my lake?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. So yesterday, by the way, I think people think that like I like live on like some sort of farm. No, I have a lot of land, but there's not horses. No one has farm animals.
Listen here, son. Driving out to your house, I couldn't see a goddamn thing. It was
It's
so
pitch
fucking
black.
dark.
I
Healy's
love
out there with a fucking flashlight trying to show me where to go. I'm like, I can't see shit, man. Like,
Dude, I
what
live
the fuck,
I
where
live
do
in the
go?
middle. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I love it. So anyway,
You do.
I don't know if I've talked about this before, but so like I live on like 5-6 acres, and then like there's only 4 houses in my neighborhood, and then every house has 5 or 6 acres, and there's 5 or 6 acres in the middle. So like, you know, they don't sell the middle lots until the first house they sold that middle lot, and my neighbor's really pissed about it because they built a house right next to his. So when there's not farm animals, is what I'm saying. So I walk out yesterday to take the trash out, and there's just horses, 2 giant, full-size horses, just walking towards me, and I'm like, this is terrifying. And then, but I see that they had like the halter, like the holsters on their face. So I was like, all right, well, so they're domesticated. They're used to being like led. So I
Wait, they just got wild horses out there in Memphis?
Yeah, bro, it's wild out here. So I pet one of the horses. I'm like, I'm talking to it like an idiot. Like, hey, don't move. Horse is like, fuck you. So then they just go into my yard. So here's the problem. When you pulled into my house, you saw that somebody tried to rip my gate box out.
Yes, it had a big thing over it.
So the gate's wide open right now, the entrance gate to my house. So
if anybody wants to go to Zach's house.
No. So I had to get up. So I had to get out. I had to drive my car up and block the gate off so these horses didn't walk out in the middle of the road. So true story. So I'm blocking the gate, and then next thing they start coming up to my car. I'm like, dude, please don't trample.
They're gonna try to get out and just Tesla's gonna have a nice new sunroof.
I honked the horn a couple times, and they walk back. So get out. My neighbor's like, because I petted one of them, and I tried to call a couple animal services, and they're like, yo, we don't deal with horses, man. Like, you got a dog?
Yeah, you got a dog?
Like,
maybe a raccoon?
No, but there's 2 horses. We don't know where they're coming. You get on that neighborhood app's worthless. Everybody on the neighborhood app just thinks they saw a fox. It's like every time you get on that neighborhood app, everyone's just pretty sure they saw a fox. That's all the neighborhood app is. Cheryl's pretty sure she saw a fox. I'm like, so my wife took a picture of the horses in her yard and goes, hey, these aren't mine. That's all she put. She put, these aren't mine. So I pet one of the horses, and my neighbor comes up, and I go, you know what I'm ring a horse? He goes, well, it seemed like you were in control of them because I was petting one. I go, dude, you were never in control of something bigger than you.
Not that big.
Not that big. So I tried to FaceTime Kelly Bass. She didn't answer. So I FaceTime Eric. He answers. And I'm showing my house, and the horses are just a little bit out of frame. And he goes, what's up? I go, anything I can do about this? And then showed him the horses. He's like, well, they got to belong to somebody. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, there's caller on it that says, please call so-and-so.
Call the sheriff. They disappeared on their own. I don't know. I was so expecting last night to go out and walk my dog and then just be like face to face with a giant horse in the night, which is like
a Clydesdale in your face.
Dude, like a stress dream that I have.
You just walk out and just step in a big pile of fucking horse shit.
Was it the same horse? It was the same horses as before or different ones?
No, it was the same horses.
Gotcha.
Fuck those owners. Time out. Fuck those owners.
It's not their fault. I guarantee you what happened was because everything froze. I bet they had a wooden fence and it rained and sleeted. The fence got heavy and fell. I guarantee you that's what it is. But dude, if you live on a horse farm, like you got like 100 acres, you aren't seeing your horses if you're in the house. They could be anywhere, you know.
Fuck off.
My neighbors, by the way, did not know that a horse fell into our lake. I go, this is like last year. And they go, what are you talking about? I go, you don't remember 5 sheriff's officers in front of my house? And I walk up and go, hey, can I help you guys? And they go, have you seen a horse in the lake? And I go, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, no, we didn't know about that. I go, oh my God. Just my neighbors are clueless.
Yeah, like how are you that clueless to what's going on? Like you would see footprint, you would see.
I guess if you just keep to yourself and you
that's
don't bother,
how we saw
like,
it, though. That's how we noticed it. Me and Ollie were like, we stepped out on the lake for a second because it was so frozen, and Ollie goes, "Is that a dog?" And I go, "Dude, that is not a dog."
Under the water?
No.
Is that a dog down there?
No, they're like prints across the lake because it snowed on top of the ice.
It's just a massive, yeah.
It was massive. But Ollie goes, "Is that a dog?" And I go, "Dude, that's a bear or a horse." Like that. Speaking of that,
we're selling our house,
dude. Speaking of that, though, and I actually wrote this down. Weeks ago before the horse incident happened yesterday because I've been watching Yellowstone so much. Yo, it's 2021, man. Can we get horses better shoes? We're still nailing these metal things to horse feet, bro. We can't get horses some like New Balance, some Jordans for horses, dude.
Hey, John, get them hooked up with some New Balance.
Equestrian Jordans, dude. We're still nailing this primitive metal thing to a bottom of a horse's foot. We can't get better shoes for horses, bro.
Yo, let me get them Clydesdale 23s, baby.
I bet they would last. I bet horses would last way longer if they had good insoles. That's all I'm saying.
Insoles.
If horses get those new Lamar Odom 12s, just throw them on there.
Them Shaq 42s.
Bro, honestly, them and Shaq probably were the same size. Yeah, it's probably fine. Yo, I was just thinking about that, though. I'm like, I watched Yellowstone, and there's an episode of a guy like re-shoeing horses. I'm like, bro, can we not get horses better shoes now?
All right, question.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke.
If you had to fight one of these two, which one are you fighting?
I don't want to fight Rip.
Nope. Hold on. Listen. A grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla?
A grizzly bear? Yeah, grizzly bear. Bear. Slightly slower.
Yes.
B, like a gorilla has like a gorilla has like opposable thumbs, right? Gorilla can just like take your head,
literally just
and like twist it off,
rip it off your body.
Yeah.
He can literally pull out your pants and fuck you. If you won't want it.
And might a grizzly bear can, but it's gonna be a lot rougher.
I'd rather be bald. For sure.
Where were we going with this conversation?
I don't know. Speaking of this, though, because like I said, we haven't recorded in a couple months, so like I've been writing down everything that bothers me. I've been writing down. So I don't know if this is necessarily a gripe, but we took the kids to the zoo one day. Yo, the zoo had a snitch line up, right? And it wasn't just like it was like.
What do you mean?
It said, "Do not chastise or criticize animals at the zoo." It said, "Don't criticize like, yeah." And then there was a snitch line, like an 800 number. I wish I would have taken a picture of the sign. I might have. Yeah. So
a snitch line.
It was like, "Don't criticize the animals at the zoo." You know, because their feelings and all.
Their feelings matter.
Know this. Take that cage away. That gorilla's ripping your fucking head off.
Yes.
It doesn't care about what you say about it.
You got a Snicker bar in your pocket? Guess what? That's the gorillas now and the rest of your life.
Yeah. And the way he ate the Snicker bars, he ate your legs first.
Yeah. Snicker bar was the last thing he ate.
He didn't take the Snickers bar out, bro. He just, dude, to have a snitch line at the zoo because you're talking about the animals, like, "Oh, check out that gorilla. That gorilla's fat as fuck." And they're like, hey, that gorilla has feelings. Fuck you and your fucking feelings.
Please address it as a he, they, and them.
Please address that leopard as an /its.
Fucking stupid, man. They don't like that. What, all the gorillas? No, that gorilla just likes to be called a they. Well, fuck that gorilla. How about that?
It is weird. Like, say, hey, we'll look out for animal cruelty. Like, I fully support that. Sure. But if you're going to rat on me for talking shit to a dolphin or a sea otter, an aggressive sea otter, like Like those otters we saw at was it Tampa, Zach, with Chris Porter? That otter literally knew we were watching it, gawking at it, was doing all these crazy swimming maneuvers and spins.
Yeah.
Like
he was like, well, check this out. He was like showing off.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. Right. Dude, so
but imagine we start talking shit. He's like, they're dialing a number. Blah, 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 blah.
Don't criticize people. Dude, here's the thing. It's like, what if you're like criticizing like the gorilla and then they're like, oh, look, he has a condition. His thyroid's out of place. Like, well, I don't care. I didn't fucking know that.
He watches the movie Congo and has PTSD.
Dude, here's the thing. There's
anacondas on in the background in the snake aquarium.
Like this is his favorite movie.
It's his favorite John Voight movie.
His favorite John Voight movie. Anaconda's a big Trump guy. Anyway, so dude, speaking of that, I don't know why I said that, but speaking of that, like I was thinking about this the other day. Like it doesn't matter like who you vote for, right? Or like what, obviously it does matter because if you vote for whoever people don't want you to vote for, that you're chastised.
Yeah, I was gonna say, careful what you choose.
You can have your career. You can have your career ruined because of who you vote for now. But here's what I was thinking about, right? Like, and I know that last, like, by the way, the 7 DMs I got last time when I said I didn't like Donald Trump. Oh, they were harsh though. My inbox was half filled with people being like, "Hey, bro," I'm like, "Listen, it's not a presidential thing; it's a personal thing." So
I got messages saying, "Thank you for staying the line, John. Thank you for keeping." I'm like, hell yeah. But you are right. Like, who cares? Like, get moved past that.
Here's the problem, though. We live in this world, though, where I'm like, hey, I think Donald Trump's an asshole, right? And people go, fucking Biden's not any better. I'm like, motherfucker, I know.
I didn't say he's any better. Trust me. I think he's a dumb fuck, too.
He's actually probably worse.
So
but it doesn't mean that this guy's not a dumb fuck.
Here's the thing that drives me crazy. Yeah, 100%.
You have to be one or the other. You can't be a logical thinking human and go, hey, both these guys are unfit to do this job.
Give me any other option but these two numbnuts.
Any other, I don't care what side they're on.
Yeah.
I'm saying both of these. You can't be like, because if you're like, I said like, I think I said like, oh, whatever, I don't like Donald Trump. I don't care what anybody says. Doesn't mean I fucking voted for Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden's a fucking dumbass. And he's
literally just a puppet. A puppet.
Motherfuckers, listen, the vice president's polling at 9%, which is the worst any vice president's ever polled at in the fucking history of the world. Mm-hmm. So, but the point I was getting at is like, no matter who you ride for, right? Like, here's something I've never understood. I've never understood bumper stickers. First off, no one's ever put a bumper sticker on their car that made me go, I'm going to change who I'm voting for. And B, like, it's so polarizing. Like, listen, I don't care how much you fucking love Trump. People who wear like the hats and the shirts, I'm like, bro, are you just trying to get a fucking ass whooping?
Just being a troll. They're just being a troll.
You're just being a troll, which by the way, no one should get fought for who they voted for. But like, bro, like, I don't see people wearing like Biden shirts.
Now,
you know what I mean?
No, not at all. Here's my thing real quick on this whole subject matter. And I've had this conversation the last couple weeks. You can have different opinions, right? This is the beautiful thing about this country is you can't, Paul. I mean, right?
No, you can't anymore.
Everybody can have a different fucking opinion. Yeah, well, okay.
There's only one opinion.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm done. I quit. I'm done. I'm gonna finish drinking this Red Bull.
Fucking
there's only one opinion, and that's all that matters. But anyway, I was just thinking about like, dude, the balls to just go. Literally, you're in your house, right? And you're like, you got all your hats there, and you're like, this one.
This one.
I'm gonna wear this on the day.
I'm gonna get hated real hard if I wear this today. By the way, dude,
think about the fact that the two men who fucked up red hats for anybody are Fred Durst
and Donald Trump. Hands down.
Dude, they sold more and ruined more red hats for people than anybody on the face of the planet.
Ever.
Yo, let's talk about some other things that happened while we were on break. It doesn't matter what you think about this person. I know we all love this person on here, but like the fact that like you can't cancel Dave Portnoy is my favorite thing in the history of ever. Shout out to Dave Portnoy. He's
an American hero in my opinion. I'm voting for Dave Portnoy as the next president.
He's got some sex tapes out there. I don't know if that's gonna.
If you're gonna try and cancel someone who deserves, I even hate talking about this shit. If someone's inherently bad or does something bad or whatever, then go out of your way to fuck them up and have them atone for their sins. But for a guy that keeps getting attacked the way he is, he has receipts to prove that he's not this person.
Dude,
that just right there tells me like
he shuts it down so fast.
There are people out there that will actually go out of their way to attack decent people, not perfect people, but decent people because they don't like the way they act or think. And that's really disheartening.
Because he's out there and he talks shit and he's like a he's kind of a pompous dude. But here's the deal: if in case you didn't,
how much money he raised?
Dude, he saved how many small businesses?
Small businesses during the pandemic.
Dude, Ken and I got into it on a text message about it because I said something about Dave and he was like, fuck this guy. I'm like, dude, this guy saved so many fucking small businesses because of like what he did. Like, here's the deal. In case you don't know what we're talking about, Business Insider for 7 months was trying to put together a story about how Dave Portnoy was like a rapist and all this stuff. It took him less than 12 hours to not only come out against it, but literally prove it wrong within 12 hours. And then had the one person who I was part of the article go, I didn't know what this was for, blah, blah, blah. And then literally had receipts, had videos, had pictures of all this being like 100% consensual, 100% what the girl asked for specifically, and just like shut it down. And then they started going after his advertisers, and then he just lost all his shit and started like, dude, I mean, like the fact that Business Insider is like the least credible thing in the world now because of that one guy who was like, you're not going to cancel me until I do something wrong. Like, I love that. Like, dude, the balls on that dude to come out and like, and also the wherewithal to like save all the receipts and save everything. And dude had everything he needed to be like, fuck you, you're wrong. And he's probably going to sue him now and probably make a lot of money off of him, which I hope he does.
Sure. I love that dude. That dude, you know, but bringing up the subject where I was going to say is like, you can have a different opinion about certain people and still maintain a friendship. Like, I have plenty of different opinions than somebody who voted for Trump or voted for Biden or whatever. Doesn't mean we can't fucking still be a social friend. Like, that shouldn't determine a friendship, in my opinion. Like, there's so many people that are like, who'd you vote for? Fuck you, we're not friends. It's like, really? Like,
yeah, no, I'm with you there.
Like, what?
You know, like it's, you know, listen, talking about that, like, and I feel like there's a person in our friend group who slides in and out of that, and out of that thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean ones that are like won't, like, they act like you're like a bad person because like they of what you believe or whatever, you know. And,
yes.
and I'm not going to name any names, but the thing is too is like having an opinion about something, or like we're trying to cancel people over their opinions, which is like, if no one's a racist or like a bigot or an asshole, like, who fucking cares? Let them have a different opinion. Like, we were talking about Harry Potter, like, right? So while we were on break, like, all that stuff happened with J.K. Rowling where they were like, oh yeah, you can't be a part of this because she says that she's a TERF, right? She's I don't know what that means, like basically a trans ignoring feminist, right? Like, she's a strong feminist, but she ignores like the trans.
She doesn't acknowledge the trans. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And like, people are trying to cancel her for that. I'm like, that's her fucking opinion.
You're allowed to have an opinion. Like, that's what I'm saying, like, is like,
first off, all you motherfuckers would have $0 fucking dollars if it wasn't for her. $0.
Correct.
None of you were in Alan Rickman, maybe. Like, none of you were fucking anything.
Anybody.
None of you. What's Helen Bonham Carter, whatever. She had done a couple things, but like, none of those other actors, dude.
Dumbledore. Right.
None of those other actors, you wouldn't have fucking careers, and now you're trying to blackball this person because they believe, like, oh yeah, I'm a feminist, I'm with you. I just don't believe this person can be effeminate, like, or like whatever. I don't know what the fuck it means, but anyway, like, the fact that you're trying to like keep this person.
If they care this much about this thing, then why don't they give back all their money they received, residuals, everything back to
that community?
Because they don't. They don't. It's the same reason why everybody, most of the people that you see standing up for certain things, have no friends who are that thing.
Which is crazy.
Dude, I always joke about say fucking white people ruin everything, and it's true because here's why. Listen, I know people who hold fucking Black Lives Matter signs and all this shit and don't have any fucking black friends. Mm-hmm. On purpose, don't have black friends, but they want something to fucking stand up for. You know what I mean? And like,
yeah.
And they're like all into like the organization. Like, listen, we all agree with the saying, right? Like, we all agree with the saying that Black Lives Matter. Like, that's
sure.
Of course. But like, the organization's a fucking shitty organization. They've been a fucking shitty organization since they fucking started. Just like fucking, you know.
The saying does not tie with what the organization has to be. Like,
they got away from the message, yes. Right?
Yes.
Black lives matter. Black lives do fucking matter. But they got away from the message. Like this fucking lady, the lady who runs it's a fucking cuckoo bird, you know. But it's like it's this thing to where like most of these people protesting all this stuff, they don't have any. They know no person that's a part of this issue that they're standing up for. They have no friends. They're doing it because they're trying to be a part of anything. It doesn't matter what they're trying to be a part of. They're just trying to be a part of it. So it's like that's the annoying part to me, is like you're standing up for this thing like all these people going, oh, trans rights matter, blah, blah. You have no fucking trans friends. Like you're just going, oh, but I believe in it. It's like, no, you don't. Some people do. There are people there with good hearts who are trying to do the right thing. But for the most part, people want to be part of a fucking scene and they want to say that they did something, even though they don't even know what they're doing really or what they're standing up for. They're just doing shit just to be a part of it. And that's the most annoying part about the whole fucking thing, man. To me. That's just me speaking. Like, but to not have J.K. Rowling, the person who created the character, most
people's childhood. Like, yes,
the biggest selling author of all time.
Yep.
None of you would have jobs if it wasn't for this person. And now, a lot of you got fucking typecast, so go fuck yourselves. A lot of you don't have jobs now anyway. Fucking losers.
Ha! You're a wizard the rest of your life. Suck it.
Well, you're a billionaire wizard, so whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do? You want to do some gripes? I got a lot of them.
Zach, keep the gripes going. You're crushing.
What's really scratched your ass the last couple of months?
What's up in your ass right now?
Yeah, well, we have some ideas.
Yeah,
probably a couple of
horses. Yeah. All right, let's do it.
You better watch out. You better be nice, or you might find yourself in Zach's gripes.
All right, urinals. Okay. I got a lot of things to talk about. So I took Avery to a basketball game one night, just me and him. And at the Grizzlies games, there's a bunch of urinals lined up, right? And I'll get to another part that's a gripe about this, but there's a bunch of urinals. There's no wall dividers in between, right? So I go help Avery go pee in the urinal. There's a guy 5 urinals away from me, and then there's 5 empty urinals.
Somebody stands right next to you.
A dude comes up to me. Stands right next to me and my son. And by the way, I'm doing this. I'm down here trying to help my son.
Yeah.
This dude's dick is just right in my face.
That's so funny to me, though.
This is this guy's dick. My head's right here, bending down, helping my son pull down his pants.
You just feel the backsplashes on your face.
Come on, bro. No. So this is a true story. So I'm like,
it's not urine.
I'm like sitting there. I'm like, I gotta say something to this guy. I said, hey, my man. He goes, what? I go, you couldn't have fucking pissed in any of these other things. You got to pull your little tiny fucking uncircumcised dick out right next to my fucking head.
That's the worst than an anteater in a basketball.
Ugly. Oh my God. It looked like a fucking aardvark nose.
You saw it? You just looked over and just saw it.
How the fuck could I not see it?
It looked like Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street.
Oh my God.
It was the most Larry David moment of my life. I'm literally, because I'm like, I'm making sure he's peeing in the toilet like a fucking human being and not a mongoloid. So I'm like I'm helping him pull his pants down. My face is down here. He's short already. I'm right here. And 5 empty urinals. This dude right here, just dong.
Imagine if your kid yelled out, "Stop touching me! You're not my father!" Oh my God,
dude! I was like,
that would be the prank of all pranks.
I was like, yo, my man. I go, yo, my man. I go, this is the only one, huh? And he was like, oh, I came in from this way. I go, dude, there's 5. You could have went
when
one
you
over.
Walk in, you look at urinals. You're like, okay, let me give every other urinal if it's available.
No
right?
bullshit. Guy, 1, 2, 3, 4 empty urinals. Mine. He could have went right in the middle. Put his ugly. First off, he was American too. I'm like, I don't know. First off, if you're American,
Jewish,
you're uncircumcised.
Could be Jewish.
Yeah,
hey,
I guess, but that's
don't,
weird.
Don't come out.
Hey,
watch what you're saying right now.
Every time I see one of those
could get canceled.
Like it's just gross. Like it's just dirty. It's just a
Fuck
turtleneck.
Me
dicks.
personally,
How about that?
when it comes to urinals, give me like, you guys have both been to Buc-ee's, right? Give me the urinals that go all the way up to the fucking ceiling. Then I'm in my own urinal world right there. I ain't got to worry about somebody.
I don't even care
right
about
next
the
to
wall
me.
divider, bro. But like,
I'm like, oh, it's great.
I don't even care if there's no. I'm not a nervous peer, right? I don't care if there's no. I don't want backsplash or whatever. I think the wall's there to prevent
I don't even
backsplash,
care
not
about
privacy.
that.
When you're taking a piss, are you looking at the wall? Are you looking down at your dick? Like, what are you
Straight
doing?
ahead.
Just straight ahead of the wall.
I'm usually texting, sending a picture to someone. No,
just taking pictures.
You know what? I will say I do pull my phone out every time I walk up to a urinal.
So do I. Like I don't even need my hands. I need.
I'm gonna have to try
And
that next time.
a lot of times, if I'm at a place that has a urinal, I'm at dinner, so I'll leave my phone on the table. So I'll go to the bathroom and reach for my phone every time I'm standing at a urinal. Every single time.
I wish our dicks had dew claws so it could like unzip its own pants and curl itself back in there. Imagine multitasking that way. What do you think smells?
That would be trouble. That would be trouble.
What do you think? That you imagine being a guy or girl going down on a guy and like smelling
Come
an
on.
uncleaned anteater, like just
Take the skin off the top
like a
of your
wet
dick.
cat.
It's not supposed to be there.
yeah.
Hey,
It
what's
probably
your
is
next,
supposed to be there, and I'm probably the asshole. But
what's your next gripe?
no. So my other gripe is like when you go, like first off, there's not enough kids urinals. When you go, dude,
For
at
you
Disney,
or for your kids?
for me mostly. Dude, even if you go to Disney, right? Like there's like at Disney is for a place for kids.
Yes.
There's like one kid's urinal and 50 adult urinals. I'm like, yo, it's same thing. There's a place here called the Children's Museum. All adult urinals, one kid. I'm like, yo, this place is for kids. Like put more
kids museum. Sure.
Put more kids urinals in here. Like it's so, and then I won't have to lean down because I'll have another kid's urinal next to me, and some asshole won't pull out his gross dick in my. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have PTSD from that. Let's
Urinals.
see.
Got it.
Listen. Let's see. Where's another? I have a lot of gripes. If someone doesn't know that you have something like a virus or a disease or whatever, don't yell at them for it. I went to go see Luke Combs' show here a couple weeks back, and I have a bunch of friends who are in his band and work for him. And so I didn't know, they gave me passes, but I don't presume, right? I don't go backstage unless I'm invited. And so I went to my seats. Well, they were in the middle. They were like great seats because he did the show in the round, but they were in the middle of an aisle. And I went and sat down in my seats, and like I could tell this lady was super annoyed that we even walked through the first time. And I'm like, oh fuck, don't make me lose my shit on this fucking lady, right? So she goes, so we sit down. We're there for like 2 minutes. Immediately, the guy next to me recognizes me. He's like, hey man, we take a picture together? I'm like, yeah. So take a picture. The flash goes off. This lady next to us even looks more annoyed now. I'm like, oh, fuck this lady, man.
I love this.
Then they text me and they go, hey dude, don't sit in your seats. Come by front of house. Just hang out backstage. I'm like, all right. So I'm in my seats for like 5 minutes and I get up and walk back through. So she's like, you're going to have to give me a second. I was like, I wasn't fucking rushing you. Take your time. I don't fucking care. And then I go, yeah, that's fine. I'm not in a rush. Take your time. No, there wasn't a band on stage. There wasn't, you're going to have to give me a second. And I was like, no one's rushing you. I didn't say get the fuck out of the way. It was during changeover. There's no band on stage. I go, no, I'm not blocking anyone's view, lady. Take your time. And I get down the end and she goes, excuse me, she has lupus. I said, well, motherfucker, I didn't know.
Well, no,
But why is that? Who cares?
what does that have to do with just getting like, oh, let me move my feet out of the way so you can walk by?
So I go, well, you know what? I didn't know that came with a fucking bad attitude.
Hell yeah.
I was like,
that's a good one.
I go, I didn't fucking tell her to hurry up. I go, I was literally just like, I was mad that I had to walk by again. Like I didn't want to like upset her. I was like,
trust me, I didn't want to have to get up.
You're gonna
again
have
either.
to give me a second. I'm like, take your fucking time. I'm not blocking anyone. No one's
willingly bought tickets to an event knowing she had to get up and down
in the
walk
middle
in and
of the fucking aisle.
Dude, shut up. You should have queefed on her too while you walked by.
Oh, I did. I let one go.
Pull out the anteater.
I let one go, dude. I fucking let one go.
What else you got?
I am so annoyed by LeBron James more every single day.
Oh God.
Listen, everybody's like, I know people who are like, fuck him and his politics, blah, blah, blah. Like he shouldn't have posted a picture of that one cop that one time. That was a fucking stupid ass idea. I don't care what people do about their politics. Like we said, I can disagree with somebody and still like, I can still get along with them, right?
Sure.
Where does this guy where does he come up? I would love to walk around this guy's head, and here's why. The shit he posts on Instagram, like at the start of the season or like during the middle of the season, he'll be like, everyone doubted me. I'm still at it. No one fucking doubted you.
Nobody's doubting you.
No one has ever said that you're not the greatest player playing basketball right now, which, by the way, even this day, I still don't think he is. I'm still picking Kevin Durant, and I'm picking LeBron number 2. But
currently right now, yes.
Kevin Durant's a better player.
Durant is a better player in my opinion.
LeBron's more dominant and always will be, but Kevin Durant's a better. If I'm making a basketball team, I'm picking Kevin Durant. But like this whole woe is me bullshit of like everyone counted me out. Motherfucker, you can't name 3 people who counted you out. No. It's like this whole like he does it all the fucking time.
He's his own hype man. He's his own hype man. That's all it is.
Yeah, but there were people actually talking shit to Jordan. You know what I mean? Like LeBron's like no one's talking shit and going like, oh, he's
well,
washed.
people were talking shit to Jordan, and people were talking shit to Jordan after he left and then came back, and he was still fucking great.
Still like, fucking torching people. But like people like, oh, everyone says I'm washed. Who?
Nobody said that. Nobody has said that.
Shout out to Jordan though. This is a great sweater they just sent me. No, like no one has ever said you were washed, bro. No, stop that shit. That's the most, dude. That's the fucking like. That's the most gaslighting fucking bullshit. Stop. Like, oh, everyone said I was washed. No one said you were washed. No one.
No.
Fucking annoying.
I hate
you guys
that
aren't
guy.
helping me with any of this shit. You guys are just like
because I don't disagree. Like you're right.
You guys are just letting me bitch about stuff.
Yes, this is great.
Guess what, guys? I flew. So I have some gripes.
So did I.
Oh yeah. So I gotta hear about your story.
Oh yeah.
So flew there. We flew there private. We flew back commercial. We had a direct flight though, Southwest. It was easy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I got TSA pre, so the whole fam just goes through TSA pre with me.
Great, yeah.
So I have a feeling.
You tell me how great your flight was.
So Oliver's. Beth's taking Avery through security. I have Ollie with me. She breaks down the stroller. Ollie we have TSA pre, so we're just walking through the metal detectors. We don't have to do the whole fucking YMCA bullshit where they give you cancer in that fucking machine. You know that's a cancer machine. It's got to be.
Yeah.
So I go through, and then Ollie walks through, and Ollie, obviously nervous. He's at an airport. There's lots of people around. He has his hands in his pocket. His hands in his pockets. By the way, if you're new here, my son's 5 years old and the sweetest looking child on planet Earth. Yes. He walks through the line and the guy goes, go back, take your hands out of your pocket right now. I go, hey, my man, I'm about to fuck you up in this airport. Dude, I got surrounded by TSA agents.
Yellow, put your feet on the yellow. Put your feet on the yellow footprint. Yellow footprint.
Dude,
yes.
No. I said that shit.
I didn't say go through.
I said I didn't get surrounded, but 2 more came out as soon as I said it. Because I go, hey, my man, I'm about to fuck you up if you talk to my kid like that again. I go, he's fucking 5 years old, dude. I go, watch your fucking language.
Yeah.
I fucking lost it, dude. And JR's in the fucking lane next to me. Didn't know anything was going on. I walked out and I'm like, I'm going to fuck. Dude, almost killed. Dude, he didn't even see it. My wife was like, calm down. Fuck this dude, man. He's like, take your hands out of your pocket. I go, he's fucking 5 years old, dude. Dude, yeah, man. That's my problem, man. It's the same thing with this COVID shit, right? Like, you give people a fucking inch of authority, these motherfuckers, give them an inch of like, oh, I'm a supervisor.
A fake badge. It's a fake badge.
Fucking fake badge. Your badge doesn't mean a goddamn thing. And these motherfuckers, you give them an inch and they take a fucking mile, man. Take a fucking mile. It is so annoying, dude. I was like, I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy in the fucking airport for yelling at my fucking 5-year-old.
Yep.
Fucking
rightfully
annoying,
so,
man.
Rightfully so.
Annoying as fuck, dude. And then we get in there. Yeah, this isn't really
annoying because people like that.
It's fucking you this entitlement bullshit because you have a fucking fake badge on. Mm-hmm. You fucking anyway.
You paid,
we get in the airport, and this isn't a gripe. This is actually kind of more funny, but it is a gripe because COVID's like all the supply chain bullshit. But we go in there. And I go to order my wife a coffee, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get a venti cold brew?" And he's like, he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Out of venti cups.
He goes, "Yeah, dude, this guy had to apologize to me 5 times."
I'm really sorry. We don't have the venti cups.
He goes,
right now.
I'm so sorry. He goes, we don't have venti cups. I go, all good. I go, can I get I'll get a grande cold brew. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. We're out of, we don't have any cold brew. And I start laughing. I'm like,
what do you have?
He's like, I go, oh man, it's all good. I go, don't worry about it. I go, can I get, I go, iced coffee's fine. I'll go get a grande iced coffee. I go, with oat milk and 1 stevia. And he goes, we're sorry. We're out of oat milk. So I start laughing. He's like, I'm so sorry. I go, dude,
what do you have?
I go, dude, it's not your fault, man. I go, it's all good.
Right.
And then, so I go, it's all good, dude. It's not your fault. And, I go, you have cream?
Everything you order, he's actually dumped me in the trash.
So sorry, we don't have it.
Yeah, we're out of that.
What's that, Splenda? Fuck off, man.
So we do it. So and then finally I'm like, all right. So I get a grande iced coffee, not what I ordered, with cream. Not. And I go.
Then Bethany's mad at you, and you're apologizing to her.
No, she's not mad at me. She was just laughing too. I don't get mad at service people, man, like that. Like if they're trying to do their job,
that will lead into my conversation. So
yeah, I don't get listen, if they're being nice. If they're being nice and they're out of shit, I don't give a fuck. If you're being a fucking dickhead, that's a different story. So, then I go, oh, Avery wanted, he calls it ice cream coffee. So I go, hey, can I get a vanilla bean frappuccino? He goes, and I go, hey man, I go, you're having a fucking rough day. I go, you're having a rough day, aren't you? And he goes, dude, it sucks. And I go, it sucks. I go, hey, don't worry about it. I said, you have any cake pops? He goes, yeah. I said, I'll take 2 cake pops. I go, he'll be happy with that. He goes, so dude, 5 or 6 times this guy to tell me.
Give me those cake pops and a chocolate milk and call it a day.
Then they bring the order over and he's like, he's like grande iced coffee with sweet cream and a Splenda. And I go, motherfucker, that is, I go, first off, we're already 7 digits away from what I ordered. I go, and even what I did, even what I was actually able to order, that's not it.
That's not it either.
And my wife doesn't like sweet cream and she's not drinking fucking Splenda. So I was like, they had to remake it. And then they brought the wrong cake pops over. I was like, man, I tipped this dude like $20. I'm like, yo, man, I'm sorry, bro.
You're for effort. Yeah.
You're having a fucking rough day. All right, Paul, I don't know if I have any more gripes. I'll bitch about other things. Tell us about your travel.
It was great. I had a great time coming to work for Smith and Myers. Dude, all right, so here, I'm going to give you the rundown just from my last day, okay?
Paul's gripes.
Paul's gripes. I drive all the way to Memphis. Cool. Got there, dropped your stuff off, woke up the next morning, drove to Nashville.
This got is on everything your way home.
Off. Yes, this is the end of the trip.
After the show, okay.
After the show, woke up early as fuck the next morning, drove to Memphis, dropped your stuff, drove to Nashville, went to Claire, went to storage, dropped everything off. Cool, I'm done super early. I'm going to go watch a little bit of football. Oh shit, my flight on Southwest got canceled tonight at 9:55. Hey, Kathy, my flight got canceled tonight. Cool, let's just book you another one through United. Awesome. There's one at 6:55. Sounds great. Get on my flight. Has a connecting flight in Houston. My flight in Nashville is delayed because of icing. So I didn't leave Nashville until like 2 hours late. My connecting flight was literally a 15-minute window from the moment I landed to the moment I had to be at the other gate.
Houston sucks too.
Ready for this? Yeah, and it was a big airport. Ready for this? I get there. I'm like, fuck, okay. A7 is the gate I have to get to. I'm in E terminal.
You're fucking Q3.
Run. Dude, I fucking run
Home Alone
to
style,
A7.
Dude.
I'm like on the tram. I'm fucking running. I get there. Not the correct gate. It was not updated. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I have to go find one of the screens. So I have to go, ready? So I have to go find one of the gates. Where's my gate at? Back over at the E's.
Fuck you.
So I'm fucking, because I only had my backpack and a carry-on. So I'm fucking booking it. I get back over there with probably 5 minutes to spare before they're taking off, right? Maybe 4. And I'm like, Phoenix, like yelling at the person probably 50 yards away. Right. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, Phoenix. And she's like, hold on, let me see if they close the door. She like runs down the ramp. I'm like out of breath. I'm like, she comes back. She's like, oh, they just closed the door. I was like, I'm early. I was like, not only am I early, you guys have the wrong fucking gate. And she's like, oh yeah, that is the wrong gate. I'm like, you can't tell them to like just open the door again. She's like, they're closing it like as I walk. I was like, what? So they're like, yeah, you'll have to go.
I'm just a limo driver.
Yeah,
I'm just a limo driver. Don't worry, I'm a limo driver.
You'll have to go over to the customer service area. I get over there. I'm literally just laying on the ground because the line is so long. I'm like, all right, this is fine. I can't do anything. Whatever. It's not the customer service people's fault. I'm going to be understanding. That motherfucking line took 2 hours. Ready for this? Ready for this? I get all the way up to the front, and then they're like, "Hey, I'm probably 3 people away. Hey, this customer service counter is closing. You guys have to go over to the E gate to go to the 24-hour one." I was like, hell no. I was like, absolutely not. I was like, I need this sorted out. They're like, we can get you a flight out tomorrow. This isn't even over. I'm halfway through. They're like, we'll get you a flight out tomorrow. I said, okay, what are you guys doing? Am I supposed to stay at the airport? And they're like, oh, we'll get you a hotel voucher. Whatever. They get me a flight for the next day, get me a hotel voucher. Fine. Get me to the hotel, travel voucher, whatever. I wake up the next morning at like 5:30. I couldn't sleep, 6 o'clock. Oh, my flight's canceled the next day. They don't get me a flight until the next day. So I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to sit in Houston for an entire day, like waiting for another flight? So I get a hold of Kathy again. I was like, Kathy, this is so infuriating. What do you want me to do? And she's like, get another flight, go to Hobby, the other airport. So I had to go to another airport, bought a different flight. Then I finally got home later that night at like 10 something. It was.
Oh, wait, so I got to reimburse you for that flight?
No, I'm already reimbursed, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm still paying for it.
Yeah, no. Just let me know when you find out what pair of shoes is missing from your closet.
No, that'll take a long time.
No, but it was but adding on to your customer service thing, everybody was being such a fucking asshole to these customer service people.
That's the worst.
And I'm like, I get up there, I'm like, hey, same thing you did. You good? Like, are you okay? And they're like, yeah. Like the people right in front of me were just monsters of these people. I'm like, you all right? And they're like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, I just need a hotel voucher and a new flight. And they're like, here you go. Have a good night.
Remember to blow this place up, God damn it.
Dude,
thank you.
John, when you checked into the hotel in Orlando, how long was the line?
But let's just say, I'm glad you brought this up. I had to lie 3 times to not only get to the front of the line, but to ensure there was valet and that my room key was already, I'd have to put a credit card down. Dude. So stupid. That was the most chaotic.
Well, you're going into Orlando on New Year's Eve, like
which we all do. Obviously,
there was a convention at that hotel too.
Convention. It was understaffed, whether it's COVID or people calling sick, whatever it is. But I felt so bad because this woman at the counter was just getting destroyed, whether it was warranted or not by customers. I get up there and she's just like, yeah, we don't have your room here. I go, do you have the Guarnieri group here? She goes, yeah, I'm looking at it. I go, I'm the Guarnieri.
I'm the Guarnieri in that group.
Yeah.
And she's like, can you, I go, Zach Myers already checked in. And I believe there's a couple other in our group, a Scogan and a Zach Smith, whatever. She's, oh yeah, I see him. Okay, there you are, whatever. Sorry, the system. Now we need you, we need you to put a credit card down. I go, there's no need to put any personal credit cards down. Everything's covered till checkout with incidentals or on that person to whatever. She goes, no, I'm not seeing it. I call her boss. He comes out. No, he's correct. Like it literally says right here in the notes, do not ask for a credit card. Their room keys are already stacked out.
I gave my credit card too.
I'm starting to get super like agitated because I'm like, I know Kathy did her job. I know I did my job when I called this hotel 2 days ago saying, oh, everything's good to go. And then I get sorted, all this stuff. They give me the wrong room key. I get whatever. I get that fixed. I'm like, hey, the other thing, I'm supposed to have valet up here. Part of the contract. She goes, well, I'm not seeing it. Like you have to park in the garage and shuttle over. I go, I'm here with my bags and I'm not doing that. Now I can call your manager again and embarrass you because I know I'm right. And I don't get this way unless I know I'm 100% right. I am 400% correct. My car is on valet. And sure enough, it was on valet. Sorry for
you don't say. You don't say.
And the woman's like, I before I leave, man, I'm so like, I don't mean to get agitated, but I know what I'm like when people. I'm trying to help you here because you're just stalling. You're creating these bullshit excuses. Sure. You really think I'm going to leave my shit in this lobby with trees being attacked by children? There are people's chain smoking everywhere, topless. sucking each other off in the lounges, and you think I'm going to take this SUV to a parking garage, jump in the shuttle, come back here, and continue my check-in? Never going to happen. So it's just literally, you have to create like, oh, no. But it's like, dude, you're making me become this monster I don't want to become. All because you're not reading 100% of the directions or the stuff in the notes, which I have the same notes you do, and I'm looking at them, and I feel bad that I'm going to call your boss, but it's like you just shitty.
Dude, like you're getting paid enough to know what you're supposed to be doing, and you're not doing it.
Well, it's just I get it too. I think they inundated with everything, those staff shortages. But again, I don't care if I'm whatever job I'm doing, if I'm short staffed, I'm not going to let that affect my job. I mean, you have to be able to operate in the gray areas. You have to know what's right and wrong, but you still have to do your gig, even if it's you with 1,000 people or you with 20 staff members dealing with 200 people. So just do your gig and don't be like lazy, because then I'm like, if I wasn't the person I am in some Joe Schmo family, these motherfuckers are throwing taxes and surcharges.
Yeah, they're going to fuck them over. Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, I'm not going to have that, because I got 5 or 6 crew guys checking in here now that calling me going, man, do we put our credit card down? Like, what's this? I'm like, dude, fuck no. Just, I'm coming down. And sure enough, the same issues again. I'm just like, dude. And then Zach's calling me because someone stole blankets and fucking his kids locked all the doors in the hotel room and no one's from the front desk is going up there. I'm still in the air. I'm doing all this 2 hours out. I'm
it's
coming
true.
in hot.
It's true. I had gone to dinner and I texted him and said, hey, I go,
I need you to TM this situation.
I said, I need the kid. We were in a suite, and then the living room had like a pull-out couch for the kids. And I go, hey, there's no blankets or pillows or anything for here. Can you ask for that? I go, and also I go, Avery locked the bathroom door from the outside, and now we can't get in the bathroom. But we were going to dinner, so I was like, I don't need it done right now. But I tried to call down there, but dude, it was so chaotic in that lobby.
Chaos.
I was literally I put the phone on speaker and got dressed and got ready to go to dinner with the phone on speaker on hold.
And it still wasn't
22 minutes. No one ever answered. So that's when I texted John. Yeah, I'm not really like diva-ish on the road. Like I know there are people like in our party who will like text John and be like, my air conditioner's not working. Like, call the fucking front desk.
Yeah, can you install a new AC for me right now, John?
Yeah, like, which by the way, 3 nights in a row, by the way, when I came back in, there was one thermostat for the whole suite, which is weird. And the bedroom was blowing hot air and the living room was blowing cold air. So I had 3 times somebody had to come out and fix my AC. It was fucking annoying. But by the way, that line was so chaotic because there was like an Under Armour thing going on there too, like an Under Armour convention. It's a huge hotel. But one of my favorite things is there is a certain age of man, and most of the time this is I will say this because I've witnessed it several times. Mostly I will say a certain age of black man but white men do it too, and it's right past 45, I think, where you're in a line. And for some reason, if you think the more that you like get mad and like curse under your breath, like the line's going to move faster. There was a guy behind me and he's like watching a football game. He's like an older black guy. He's probably like 46. And he was just like, these motherfuckers. He's like, these motherfuckers need to, of course. Well, come on. Of course he did. He's like, these motherfuckers need to hurry up. I'm like, dude, I'm with you, man. I'm like, this shit is taking forever. And then like, I even said like, I was going to go to the Marriott Rewards, like the Bonvoy thing. And that line was long as shit.
Even longer? Oh, God.
We got back from dinner.
There are people there from the Hilton checking in there because the Hilton was more backed up.
Dude, when I got back from dinner, the line was still just as long. And I looked at the Marriott, the Bonvoy Rewards member or whatever. And Jeff Brandon's like, he's like 80 people back in the rewards line. Right. I asked Kathy, I go, hey, can I just get in this like rewards line? She's like, I'm sure you can. And I like peeked over and I'm like, dude, no way.
Never mind. Yeah.
So me, JR, and Zach took forever, but this guy is behind me and he's just like, what the fuck? I'm like, hey man, I go, I feel you, dog. I go, but this is not going to make the line move any faster.
Yeah.
My dad does the same shit though.
It's just an older guy thing, man. Older guy. That's all it is. Like, yeah.
But when black dudes do it, it's way funnier than when white.
Oh, it's hilarious. These motherfuckers.
These motherfuckers right here.
It's like subconsciously. their consciousness is like talking for them, and they just take over.
whatever. It's like Herman's Head. Remember that show in the 80s and 90s? It's like
whatever your inner voice is, it's speaking out now, and it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
you're
100%.
just talking for like you're just doing it like it's everything's fine. Blah, blah, blah. So
He's like this cocksucker. So, oh hey, how's it going? Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, no. I'll have water. Yeah, do you have lime? Perfect. Oh, lime laundry.
So here's a funny story because like I'm unapologetically redneck and like religious and superstitious, which is the worst combo of anyone.
Yeah,
ever.
who are you?
I know. So on New Year's Day, my whole life, right? On New Year's Day, if you're from the South, most people know this, but like you eat like black eyed peas on New Year's Day. It's like a good luck thing, right? And you eat like greens, like collard greens for like money or wealth or whatever. I don't eat collard greens, so I wasn't really that worried about it.
What the fuck?
So I've done it my whole life. No, my whole life I've done it. No matter where I am. Like I've gone to Europe before, and I've been in Europe on New Year's Day, and flew over with a can of black eyed peas. So a lot going on, right? At Disney. I'm like not even thinking about it. So we do a Disney day the next day. We're at Magic Kingdom till like later. Get back to the hotel. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. Like I need to go buy some black eyed peas.
A gun.
A gun. Yeah, I need to go buy a gun. So dude, this is a Saturday night, by the way. All the grocery stores close at 9 o'clock. I'm like, I literally dropped the kids off, rushing to a store to get. I gotta eat it before midnight because I'm an idiot. I don't know why.
Oh my fucking god!
So I drive to a Walmart. It's 9:58. There's a guy standing at the door at the Walmart because they're about to close. The Walmart closed at 10 o'clock in Orlando, Florida, next to Disney on a Saturday. I was like, this makes no sense. There's a guy standing there right at the door, like not letting people in, just letting people exit. And I try to walk in. He goes, no, we're closed. I go, no, my wife and kids are in there. I just ran out to the car to grab a pacifier for my son. And he's like, I go, dude, my wife and kids are in there. I'm going in there, which they weren't. I was just lying and being an asshole. So go in there. Like, dude, black eyed peas are gone. There's other ridiculous rednecks like me, obviously, in this part of Florida because there's no black eyed peas.
Because you're in Florida.
I found one can, bought it, had to buy it. Walking out, I'm like,
can opener and everything.
Bought a can opener.
God.
Go check out. Get back to the hotel at 11:30. Luckily, had a microwave in my room.
What are you eating with black eyed peas? Just black eyed peas?
I just ate the black eyed peas.
Fergalicious definition.
So, Will.I.am, Taboo. I ate all of them.
Okay, so if you had to sleep with one of the black eyed peas outside of Fergie, who would you pick? Taboo has always been like mysterious to me.
So me and Taboo are friends.
Taboo.
Shut up.
Swear to God.
Get him on this podcast.
Get him on the podcast.
He'll come on here.
I always got him and like Lee Kate from Pop Evil confused. Are they the same person?
Literally, he just sent me a message today.
Dude, shut up.
Yeah.
What does this guy do when he's not out there rocking the stages?
My son is freaking out. I don't know where
Get him
Mama
in here.
is.
Get him in here. What is he doing?
I don't know where Mama is, bud. Look outside.
You get lost in that big ass house.
She left you, son.
Hey,
Dude, Avery has been lost in this house before.
dude.
Couldn't find him. So anyway, by the way, get the black eyed peas, eat them, microwave them, eat them. It was a hilarious story though, because I was like, my wife was just like, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Like, oh my God.
Did you get lost in my house, Paul?
No, I was just like, wow, okay, cool. Stairway here, stairway there. Matt was like, giving me a tour. He's like, oh yeah, this is this room, blah, blah, blah. Like, show me your kids.
Let's talk about the stairways. The first time I went there, Bethany's like, yeah, just come down that set of stairs in the morning for breakfast. So I wake up and I'm like, man, I know I got upstairs, but there are literally 7 staircases. It looked like I woke up in like an actual MC Escher painting where I don't know if I'm going up or down. I don't know where stairs lead to another stairway. And here's the thing: at the bottom of every stairs is a dining room. And so there's like literally the Last Supper could happen in every one of these rooms. There's that many chairs. It's the most fucking insane shit.
Like he was like, okay, like he showed me your office and he's like, oh yeah, this is the kids' playroom. Motherfucker, the kids' playroom's the size of somebody's apartment. Like,
see, it's 850 square feet.
Fuck out of here. Like, dog, It was insane.
It was supposed to be like a theater room, but we just made it a playroom.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, that's Zach and Bethany's room. Yo, motherfucker, your bed is not nearly big enough for that room,
bro.
You got a queen size bed? Are you kidding me?
Here, I don't know if we've ever talked about this before. Me and my wife, like I'm a snuggle boy, right? So like I like to me and my wife like actually like snuggle when we sleep.
But you got 2 kids that probably come and get in bed with you all the time.
You ain't fucking lying. My wife.
I know that's what I'm like.
My wife has been trying to buy a king size bed. I fought it forever, and then like every morning when I get kicked out of my own bed and got to go sleep in one of my kids' beds, I'm like, yeah, all right, it's time. Let's buy this king size bed.
You're just sharing your bunk bed with Ollie.
So like, but you know, like she's like completely organic and stuff. So she's trying to find like these like this company called Avocado makes these mattresses. It'd be cool if they were
probably
made
a
out of
$5,000 mattress.
That's exactly what it is, actually.
It comes with a large bag of chips. You just you wait.
You're just laying on guac, is all it is. But it's organic guac. So you do that, right? And then like you do. So like, but we have to find a bed with like room underneath because she has like these like tall boots and stuff that she like puts on it. So like, we've been trying to find a king size bed forever. It's fucking taking forever. Everyone we find is fucking $20,000.
Out of your house is gorgeous. Obviously, out of your entire house, that's all I took away from it. I was like, this motherfucker's got a queen size bed. Like,
I know
he can't even get a king. Like,
I know.
Kids.
And it looks like my bedroom's so big. It looks like a twin size bed.
It looks so small. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this bed does not look big enough to be in this house.
Dude.
Like,
it looks like a bunk bed laying in the middle of this room.
It's
just the bottom bunk.
The bottom.
It's like Europe. It's like when you go to Europe, it's just 2 twins beds pushed together. I fall in the crack every night.
Good God. I never understood. Like, it's weird. Like, how do you have sex in those beds without pile driving someone through there like a fucking?
Well, Thomas the fuck train over there. He's got to probably have it at a certain height, certain width, all that. So
you don't know a fun fact?
I don't know if I do. Here we go. Here we go. Let's hear it.
As horrible as I was on the road for all those years, I've never fucked in Europe. My wife's never been to Europe. So I take that back. I have, but it was a girl. It was my girlfriend was a flight attendant at the time, and she flew over there.
You told us about this, I think.
Yeah.
She surprised you, right?
Thing. Yeah. Role play thing. So sorry, but I've never like hooked up with like a European person over. Like I've never had sex in Europe.
That's probably good.
Probably. But I mean, for being in like the Hall of Fame in America, for being a shitty fucking just doing everything you can do. Yeah,
I was
Europe,
never. I was in like this minor little orgy in Finland. I love, Europe.
Wait, hold on. Did you say you were in a minor little orgy?
Well, like an orgy, I consider like
a minor orgy.
Wait, hold on.
People,
you
like,
were in
minors or minors?
Minors, coal miners.
Yeah,
we all had coal face on, and we all had pickaxes. It was hot.
You were in a minor orgy.
Wait, you were in an orgy?
Yes. But it was like 5 or 6 people. Like when I say orgy, I think like 10 to 12 people. Dude,
I'm kind of blown away right now.
When I was single and no connections at home, dude, my first time in Europe, it was like I was waking up in different like fucking
different positions. He almost said positions.
Like who's in my ass?
Different places and stuff. Dude, I was so much fun. Like now, it's one of those things where I don't know.
John, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't picture that out of you.
I don't see that either.
I'm like you're an insane person. Don't get me wrong.
Hold on. Dude, 2 a.m. karaoke drunk John telling people, like directing an orgy, but like, you over here. I can see that, dude.
But I don't. I'm like
so long ago. That karaoke.
We got to get another drunk Saturday night, John.
Oh man, hold on though. Hold on. There's videos of John karaokeing, by the way, the other night, shirtless. Where were we? In Chicago?
We were in Chicago, and the guy, me and Jared, like, we're gonna go there. Like, obviously we've been drinking, and he's like, "What song can you sing?" I go, "I want to use this." I hate when people do karaoke. You have to look at the words. So I'm like, fuck. I go, "Div Oasis." He's like, "Yeah." I go, "I don't want to. I'll do that." So I do it. I take my shirt off before I even get up on stage.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Obviously, the people with us are like, "Oh, he's gonna do it." Like people are out like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
By the way,
he's gonna sell this
in Chicago, in one of the most liberal cities in the world. During COVID, this man is shirtless,
no mask on,
singing Oasis.
I'm backstage, so we're fine. And so So
what is that? That doesn't mean anything anymore.
I know. So I start singing. Do the thing, dude. The place is literally singing along. Like dude, everyone else.
By the way, JR put a video in here. This wasn't like karaoke. This was like John's show, and the crowd is singing.
And he's getting everybody
louder
into
than
it?
John. No, Jesus, it's amazing.
So
there's a video. There's a video of it.
After that first chorus hits, there's like that little guitar weird break, whatever. The guy in front of me is just singing it to me. I'm like, take your shirt off. And he's like, oh, no, man, I can't. I go, take your fucking shirt off. Stop being a pussy.
You rip his shirt off.
His other guy friends next to him were like, oh, fuck. What are they going to try and fight me? And so he looks at the other friends, look at me and goes, well, he does have a point. Dude, this motherfucker takes his shirt off, grabs the mic with me. We keep singing.
Stop.
I walk off the stage, and the security, whoever it was, GM, whatever, came up to me, hey, man, you do that again, we're going to throw you out there. I'm like, oh, I wasn't wearing a mask. And then I go with the guy, because I obviously had been drinking, and I go with the guy, well, it took me 2 hours to get up on stage. I don't think you have to worry about me going up here again. And so he's like,
yeah, the guy was really mad that John took his shirt off. And then John, by the way, John's karaoke partner, the guy up there singing with him, he was screaming expletives at him until he took his shirt off.
Take your fucking shirt off.
He was
calling him some names.
It was so good to haze someone.
He was calling him some names. Let's say that. I'm sure, Paul, you know what names he was calling him.
I can only imagine.
Dude, insanity, bro. Insanity.
Wow.
So I could see John. I could see John in an orgy. I could see that John in an orgy like coming out.
That's
Dude,
okay.
I used to have a thing with my friends when we were on tour, where I would be like, "Yo, everybody's fucking or nobody's fucking."
You told me, yeah.
And so like that,
It's all you and your brothers.
Guys, one of us.
Yo, we going to Universal or are we fucking?
Who's fucking?
Who we butt fucking the Millennium Falcon boys?
That brings a whole new name to Smuggler's Run, dude.
Yeah, Smuggler's Notch.
All right, Paul, what you got, buddy? Let's do this.
Paul reads the news. Paul reads the news.
Yeah.
Let's start with sports. Let's start with sports in general.
Sports in general. There's a lot of sports things, yeah.
Dude, AB, man.
Hey, hold on. Do you see his statement?
Yeah, I saw a statement. So here's my thing. I'm kind of torn on AB. Respect for being like, nah, man, I'm not playing. But kind of a fuck you because you did it at a bad time. Like you did it at
a bad time.
You did it at a bad time. If you want to say fuck you, be like, hey, I'm not going out there today. Like I'm hurt. Like, you know, if you guys absolutely need me and you're going to target me, okay. But to do it and make a spectacle out of it,
or even just walk back to the locker room on the sideline.
But he made it about him and he made it a spectacle, which I don't appreciate. But I get I respect hey, he's leaving a lot of money on the table. Yes, but you're also fucking over your team that needs you. So
how did Mike Tomlin coach that guy for as long as he did? So, he deserves a Medal of Honor.
Well, he wasn't always that guy in the first couple seasons. You know what I mean?
I feel like after
money, fame, stats, what changed him?
I feel like after he did the training camp for the Raiders and he was going to be a Raider. That's when he had that's
when he really kind of lost
frostbite.
Yeah.
That's when he went off the deep end. Since then, he has not been the fucking same player. And
he obviously there's something mental going on which needs help. But at the same time, this dude released a very poised statement,
very well written statement.
It was very well written. Then this man posted receipts
and his bank account info.
He posted the text between him and Bruce Arians, which he was like, "Hey man, if I'm able to be there, I'm gonna be there."
Sure.
And then him saying what Bruce Arians said to him. Now, here's the thing: if Bruce Arians went like this to him, that's got to be on camera, right?
Yes,
correct.
But it was what I saw from Bruce Arians, the press conference they did was like, "Hey man, next play, this is you and the rest of the guys go out and do it." And he's like, "I ain't doing it. Like my ankle's hurting. I don't want to do it." And he's like, "Get your ass out there and go. Like this is your play." He's like, "I'm not being targeted. I don't want to play." And he's like, "Then fucking get out of here. Like fine." And
step up and play.
But then he made a big here's my thing, okay?
Yeah, but he shouldn't have to play if he's hurt.
But here's the thing. Like, he was good enough to play at the beginning of the game. Like, if he was that bad, they would have said, hey, you can't play.
They shot him up before the game. So if like he's in the middle of the game and he's like, yo, this shit still hurts really bad. Like, your own body, right?
Okay. Yeah, sure. How many NBA players have done? They go out, they get shot up, and they play the fucking game. How many basketball players? How many football players?
Really?
Not anymore. But how many times? Let me ask you this: how many times you see Kobe Bryant get his fucking finger broken, popped back in, and go into the next play?
Oh, listen, I'm not.
How many times? You know what I'm saying?
And also, like when he ran off the field, his ankle looked fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was fine enough to make a spectacle out of it, but you can't go out there and
Roddy Lott cuts his finger off and finishes a football game, or Dick Knight
in the middle of it. Yes, 100%.
So you're just like, dude, those words. I miss the old alpha male athletes, guy or girl. They just want to crush.
Football's not that anymore.
No, unfortunately, it's not. But that's how it used to be. The fucking Steelers used to be a smash mouth team. The Raiders, like, that was good football. Now it's like, these dudes are getting paid so much and they're entitled to so much, but they don't want to put in the work for it, which is shitty.
That's kind of like, I feel like that more about the NBA. Like, a lot of players are just trying to get money.
Same.
And they're terrible about this shit. You know what I mean? It's really
NBAs
bad.
are paid actors at this point with the flops they have.
It's so ridiculous though. But I mean, the statement he released, he was like, listen, I was injured. This dude tried to get me to play. I told him I couldn't play. And then he released the text between him and them. So, I mean, I'm interested to see what happens. They obviously cut him. I love the fact that immediately, I mean, like, this guy wasn't even through the tunnel yet, and Terrell Owens is like, I want to play. I want to play for the Bucks.
Terrell Owens. I will eat popcorn with him.
Yeah, 100%. I would be so goddamn stoked if T.O. came back. Like, dude,
why not bring him back?
Why not? Like, I saw the training videos that he was doing. I'm like, dude's running great routes.
Like, on top of an 8-pack. The guy is stacked. Hasn't played in 11 years?
Guy's got a 20-pack.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be stoked on something like that. Like, but I don't know. Big Ben potentially had his last game at home
Saw
for the Steelers, which was, I was in the air flying that night. But what I did see, it was great. So Big Ben might be done.
It's crazy growing up at an age where star Hall of Fame athletes retire, because I guess you don't, like, for me, I've never liked Big Ben doesn't wear a helmet while riding a bike and some questionable stuff in bars. Like, he's always been kind of like that outlier. I'm sorry,
did you say questionable stuff in bars?
Yes.
He raped someone.
Well, I don't know
allegedly.
What the actual outcome was. Like, I don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what came of that, but take that stuff out of it. When you see athletes, as we get older, I'm 36, we're all around the same age. It is crazy to think that we watch these people in their prime.
Yeah.
We've seen some of the best, like, I mean, you think about it, like, Drew Brees,
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
100%.
like, all of these
Aaron Rodgers
goats, like, Aaron Rodgers, like, and a lot of them are coming to the end of their era of, like, those dudes. And now you're seeing the newer, more mobile quarterbacks that are coming in. And yeah,
I mean, I'm still connected. When you watch like a Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, or Steve Francis, like, I'm still more connected to that generation. Kobe, Shaq,
Steve Young,
even me, for me, Michael Jordan,
Rice.
man, even Michael Jordan for me. But like, you look at guys like now, like, as good as Jordan was, and to me, still the greatest of all time. We are living right now, currently, with the greatest shooter that has ever played the game.
Steph Curry.
There will never be a better shooter than Steph Curry.
Never.
He's not even the
smashing every records. And the best part is he's not even close to being done.
Yeah, but you know what?
Like,
fuck Steph Curry. Fuck Steph Curry a little bit, though.
Why?
Tell him, John.
He fucked Zach and I.
He fucked us bad. He fucked us.
We got tickets. Our friend got us
Literally,
tickets.
Figuratively.
For the Indiana Pacers and
Warriors game.
Literally day of show. Like, if it wasn't COVID, we could actually go on the shoot around duels, but we did it, whatever. We go there. He's 7 away from breaking the record. Like, we do that, the more I'll do. If we get
6
tickets
away, I thought.
Yeah, 6 away. He needed 7 to beat.
Which he would easily crush.
How many times do you say you go to a game and watch history being made?
Was that a game that he sat out?
Love you, Bubby.
No, he played. He had 4 through the first 3.5 quarters. They're losing a little bit, and we're like, fuck, let's get out of here, beat the traffic. We're walking out. The crowd goes wild because it's an away game. He hits the 5th. Then he hits the 5th. and then they're tied up. Draymond Green goes down there,
doing something right now.
fucking hits the bucket for 2. They win by 2. So
you didn't get to see that one extra shot.
Had he missed that, we could have had another 5 minutes of him trying to win this.
Here's the thing, though. It's obvious how set up it was. If you watch the next night in New York City at Madison Square Garden
against the Knicks,
Reggie Miller's there. Ray Allen is there. Larry Bird. All these people were there.
The goats.
His parents were all there. Yet they weren't in Indiana. Yet they weren't in Indiana when he when he easily could have broken the record in Indiana. The guys hit 7 threes before. He could have easily broken the record in Indiana, but no one was there for that. Like his parents weren't there. Like he knew where he was doing that the whole time. So fuck Steph Curry a little bit because me and John wanted to see him break that record and we were at the game. By the way, I really like that arena.
Yes,
I've never been.
I don't really like the right when you walk in, the concourse is cool, but like all the stands and stuff I wasn't a fan of. But like in the actual arena, I liked it. It kind of looked like a football stadium where they just put like an arena dome over it. So it's kind of cool. I really dug that. Sports wise,
what else you got?
Tristan Thompson's in some trouble.
I briefly saw that. I didn't get the chance to read it, but
was it his kid?
Yes, 100% was his kid. Even though he
and now he's like being all apologetic about it. He's
apologizing to Chloe about this guy has 3 baby mamas, I believe now.
Too many,
dude, bro.
I got one baby mama. It's too many.
Pull out, bro. Just pull out.
Yeah. Spray and pray.
Athletes don't pull out, dude. That's like an ego thing. You think that's like an ego thing?
They don't pull out if they don't get Uber drivers.
Dude. They're so much money and they will not get an Uber driver.
So much money.
I don't get it. They love paying legal fees.
Time out. Like not even an Uber driver. You can have your own fucking car service and you're not paying for it. Like
I don't even have a driver. I get a driver Uber even if I have fucking 2 beers and I can walk home. Like, dude, just if I had a fracture of the money, we would all drive around getting drunk everywhere. Honestly, I mean,
same.
I don't think me and Paul would, but we'd go with you.
Give me all the Shirley Temples. Sure, absolutely.
I'm in.
It's the Red Bull.
Yeah, so the baby ended up turning out being his with this chick, Marilee Nichols, who is, there's one shot of her where she is very attractive, but also looks like she hangs out in lobbies waiting to meet NBA players. She's just got that look about her. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't say.
She screenshotted what looks to be a Snapchat message. It is a Snapchat message. Smart Tristan Thompson.
Smart Tristan Thompson.
It goes, the message said, because this is what came out before when he kept saying publicly it wasn't his baby, right? So he goes, this is the message he sent to her. He said, you know how I feel. My feelings haven't changed at all. I won't be involved at all. By the way, if you think you're having this baby, this is going to make you some money. It's completely wrong. You are aware I'm retiring after this season. So in terms of support, it will be whatever is required for the monthly for someone who's unemployed. It's Texas, so I will only be a couple $100. So you're better off taking this $75K I'm offering because you won't get nothing near what I'm having with it having that kid with a father who's unemployed. All you will have is a baby with a father who has zero involvement with the child and a few $100 in child support a month. Wow. What a fucking piece of shit. What a fucking turd, man. Dude, you had it, bro. Forget how much money you've made playing basketball, which is probably millions. That you probably still have. Bro, you had it made. You had it made, dude. You hit the ultimate relationship jackpot, which is a Jenner or a Kardashian. You had it made and you fucked it up.
Man,
like what is he searching? Like how could you be tempted to do, like I don't get it. Must be a weird mental block.
Here's my thing. This is just my opinion. I feel like the Jenner, family, whatever, Kardashian family, that's where people's careers go to die, in my opinion.
Sometimes. Devin Booker's still playing pretty well.
Devin Booker's still in there, obviously. Now Pete Davis.
He's pretty good.
Hey,
dude,
baby.
shout out to
Phoenix Suns.
Dude, shout out to Pete Davidson, bro. Pete, listen.
The ultimate come up of 2021.
Of the last 4 years.
The last 4 years in general.
Ariana Grande, who to me has never been attractive just because she looks like she's a 14-year-old Disney princess, which is gross. But dude, the ultimate babe for me for always, Kate Beckinsale.
Caitlyn, yep.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
He bagged Kate Beckinsale, so a couple other ones too, I think.
What is that dude doing? Like, what is he doing?
Dude, come on, John.
Great hog?
Great hog.
He's got a shovel handle.
Shovel handle. Ariana Grande say he had big dick energy. I don't know if that means he has a big dick, but he got big dick energy, whatever that means. Hold on, I'm adding up Tristan Thompson's.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I'm just curious. Dude,
this man's really trying to break it down.
Bro, this guy's made... Bro, you're going to throw up when I tell you how much money this guy's made.
I don't want to know, honestly. I'm just kind of like...
Tell us.
Hold on.
Tell us.
I'm going to. I'm adding it up right now.
I'm trying to think about any other news that's been taking place. Oh,
there's so much.
I got one that I don't know if we'll be able to talk about it or not.
Oh, good.
A band is releasing a new album in a couple months called Shinedown.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. Shout out to Shinedown. How's everything going over in that world?
It's going really good. By the way, any guess as to what Tristan Thompson's made over his career?
I'm going to say 50, 60 million easy.
Well, more than that. I would say more than even that. 100 something?
Just in basketball revenue, not endorsements.
Just basketball, I'm going to say 62 million.
Paul?
100?
$118 million.
18. Fucking
so
motherfucker.
He's doing fine, guys.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, he lives in Texas, so he'll only have to pay a few $100s a month.
God, what a cock.
Oh, the record's
what a piece of work.
The record's good, man. It's done. I fly to LA. By the time this podcast comes out, I'll already be in LA. I'm
driving out to California just to see you guys and hang out.
Let's go. So we'll be out there, and then we're shooting the video.
Take United,
take United, bro. We're doing all the press shots, and it's exciting. I'm knee deep in designing a stage right now for the arena tour. That's been all encompassing, And, but no, it's been good. Other news. Oh yeah. Okay. So this Josh Homme thing. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Hold on,
buddy.
This is after
you shush.
That was Avery. This is after the whole thing about like his kid said like he was like driving drunk and all this stuff. So Brody Dow, who was his ex-wife, her boyfriend was his name Gunnar Fox. All these people have weird fucking names. Fuck these people's names. He got granted a restraining order because he said that,
he's making the threats, right?
He said that like this says hold on, Avery. It was at the Thousand Oaks Mall.
That's right.
This is pretty great because I've been to the Thousand Oaks Mall a lot of times. He said, the alleged altercation happened at the Apple Store on the second floor of the Thousand Oaks Mall, which that's where it is. California, December 24th. Everyone's just like a man shopping on Christmas Eve. When Holm approached him from behind, pressed his chest against Fox's body. This sounds. Ooh, I got a little boner when he said that. Said, "I'm going to kill you, you fucking pussy." Fox left the store in exchange. However, Holm was waiting for him outside, and he lunged at him, threatened to throw him over the balcony. Which, by the way. Not that tall of a balcony. He then attempted to use his momentum of his upper body, combined with his grip on his arm, to throw him over the rail. I could feel his fingernails digging sharply into one of my hands, and I guess he posted a picture of that. I truly thought he was going to throw me over the balcony to my death. Bro, it's like 15 feet. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, bro, you're not going to die.
Stop being a fucking pussy. Maybe he is a pussy. Maybe Josh should have thrown him over the balcony. No. Listen, I gotta say this. I've met Josh Homme before, and that's the exact energy he kind of gives off.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, he's just like
very
a fucking.
On edge. He's always idling.
And just edge. The guy idles at fucking 80. He's just like a bully asshole. Fucking, always has been. Anytime I've ever seen him at a festival, he just has this like just dickhead look about him. He was a dickhead to me, which who the fuck am I? So I don't care if it didn't bother me. But
he strikes me as being an asshole just all the time.
Look at him, dude.
Yeah. He strikes me as
just all that dude just sits outside of an old car all day long, just wearing a leather jacket and ripping cigarettes, just waiting to beat people up,
just hitting some fucking drinks out of people's hands,
fucking smacking kids on the back of the head as they walk by. He's a fucking total asshole. All right, last news thing. There's been some trials happening since the last time we spoke, boys. One of them they don't discuss on the news. Of course they don't.
They don't say.
Which is the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Which, by the way,
Maxwell.
they took the Twitter tracker. Yeah, that's the chick that was helping Jeffrey Epstein fuck all those underage girls.
Oh yeah.
They took the Twitter tracker off the trial, by the way.
Wow.
I'll tell you, she was found guilty, but I'm wondering if she's going to rat. She's going to be dead within a week. I'm pretty sure of suicide. Because Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself either. So yeah, that's it. That's an interesting one that the media is like. Here's the thing. They're like, the media tried to come out and go, well, they're not letting cameras in the, because everyone was talking about the Rittenhouse trial, right? And going like, well, they showed this. Why don't they show the Maxwell trial? Which is kind of stupid. They won't let cameras in the Maxwell trial because it's a federal case.
It's a federal, sure.
So that's why. So people are just dumb and, all these Q fucking anon people. But, but the thing is, the media is still not talking about it. Like, they're not talking about the trial.
I love when Zach does news, but it incorporates a gripe. So
Like, I'm just, hey, Paul, read the news. I'm like, man, we got so much. Zach's like, fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah, we got the buzzsaw coming through right now. Fucking
so,
Zazu.
the media is not talking about it, which I think is pretty hilarious. Of course they're not, because there's people in the media who could get busted very easily by this shit.
That would also
owners of these corporations who listen, like the fact that people are like, oh, they're like talking about this guy with Trump. They're like, dude, come on. Clinton was on this guy's plane like 40 times, dude. He flew to this island so many times. To say that, like, you could listen, if you go to that island once and you don't see anything, I can understand that. You go there for dinner, you're partying, you're gambling, doing whatever. I can see like not maybe seeing anything, but like, dude, you go to that island that many times, bro, you're going for a reason. Like, come on.
See, that's the thing is like, you're associating with somebody who, you're associating with somebody who's in that kind of that line of work or does those shitty fucking things. Like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you're a piece of shit. Like you chances are about it and you're condoning it. So fuck you. Like, I don't care who you are, Clinton, Trump, fucking Biden, whoever. Like, go fuck yourself. Like,
But also the Jussie Smollett trial was happening. He got found guilty too, which I fucking love. So fuck that guy.
Yes.
Fuck that guy.
Karma is real.
Fuck that guy forever, because he's a fucking piece of shit, and I hope that he gets gang raped in prison. Anyway, John, do we have any more news? Is there any more news, Paul? You got anything else?
No, nothing exciting. Betty White, rest in peace. That was
Betty White.
Probably the worst way to end 2021. I was like, okay, cool.
Find out on New Year's Eve.
And I was like, fucking hell.
Sidney Poitier died today. Yeah.
2022 is off to a great start. Yeah. But no, other than that, nothing exciting.
How about the fact that Betty White died after she got the booster shot?
4 days later, right?
Yep.
She's also 99 fucking years old, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For me, who's like not an anti-vaxxer, but I'm also not about pushing this fucking vaccine on anybody.
Correct.
She was fucking 99, guys. Listen, it was probably her time.
It was probably her time.
I don't know if it was the booster that did it to her.
I don't. Yeah. And
if we're going to talk about the booster, though, let's talk about that. I now am on my 16th person fully boosted who I know who has gotten full blown COVID.
I've been vaccinated. I got fucking COVID.
Right,
I just got over it.
I got one more.
Oh boy,
Here we go.
If this is what's triggering it, I'm afraid of what it's going to be.
Fuck the vaccine card thing at shows anymore. Test or fucking nothing. If you want to do something, do a test or do nothing. This fucking vaccine doesn't work. We know that. It doesn't matter. People are going to give me fucking shit and go, oh, it works. It doesn't fucking work.
I'm vaccinated. I just had it.
The ways that they fucking changed the rules of this shit, like, well, it was not a cure. It was just supposed to, you got to be 15 shots in before. Like, no, you don't. It's not working. Here, how about this? I'll give you a fucking caveat. I won't say it's not working. It's not working the way they fucking told us it was going to work.
Said it was going to work. Yeah, if you get this vaccine, you won't get it.
They're fucking liars, and it doesn't fucking work. And now people are going to go, well, if everyone would have gotten it, it would have been fine. No, it wouldn't have. Because not everyone's ever going to get any vaccine. Ever.
No, and nobody should have to.
And no one should fucking have to. So
Correct.
Here's my point. The vaccine card doesn't fucking work because there's people who are vaccinated with COVID giving it to other vaccinated people who were boosted with fucking COVID. So just test everybody. Just fucking test everybody. If you're going to do one or the other, do nothing or test everybody. Fuck your feel good fucking vaccination card that's just a fucking, all it is a placebo in the fucking first place. Fuck that shit. It's so fucking lame, man. All these fucking promoters and they're losing money. No one's going to shows. No one.
20% drop off of every show.
Dude,
Yeah,
Smith and Myers. Dude,
Every
Smith and Myers, we got shows that are sold out. There's 300 people not there. Same thing on the Shinedown tour when we ended the Shinedown tour. Dude,
Same thing with the Amigo Devil's tour, man. Like,
dude, we
it was
played in
everywhere.
Houston. We played in Houston. I think we sold like 6,000 or something. Dude, or 7,000. 1,200 people who had tickets.
Didn't go.
Purchased tickets weren't there.
It's fucking
Just get rid
insane.
of the fucking backscard thing. It's so stupid. You can just, test everybody. If you got it, you can't come in. That's just the fucking way it is. We'll give you a refund, but you can't come in. But eventually, it's just going to have to run through everybody. It's hard not to talk about it. I try to be the guy who doesn't talk about it because I'm in a band with a guy who fucking talks about it 24 hours a day.
24 hours
That's
a day.
all he fucking talks about.
I'm like, hey, man, how you been? Oh, let me tell you about. I'm like, I'm just asking you how you are. Like, I don't care.
He can't. I told him the other day, I go, hey, man, what are you going to talk about when this shit's over? What are you going to talk about?
I love him. I truly love him as a human.
He's my best friend.
But I'm like, dude, talk about it. I'm just asking about life. Like,
how much can we talk about it is the problem.
To that point, though, I think for me, when I talk about it, it's my way of venting because I'm so pissed off and agitated.
I'm just
still talking about it.
I'm just over
it's more of a therapy for some
That's
people.
why I don't like. Yeah, that's why I don't like talking about it anymore. Because I'm like, listen, like, what are we gonna? You know what I mean? Like, what?
We're all saying the same things.
We're all saying the same
especially
shit.
us and our group of friends. Like, we're all like, I'm a person
All
who's
great
been
hogs.
vaccinated.
All great hogs.
Huge dicks, not huge, but good.
Right.
So,
John?
the shaman.
What you got, baby? It's been a while.
I'm going to hit you with a dream right now. It might pull your panties off. So get ready.
Let's do this.
John the Shaman, keeping you on track. All you gotta do is touch his big old sack of mail.
I was fucking Paul one. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
I was in an orgy with John in Bratislava.
This is from a female.
Uh-oh.
I love that he always says who it's from.
I am writing this in the middle of the night because this reoccurring dream keeps happening. It's freaking me out, and I want your opinion on what it could possibly mean because I don't like Googling thoughts, or I don't like Googling what my thoughts about my dreams are, what the meanings are. So I'm having to take a child and leave a significant other because of an abusive situation. This is all happening in the dream. I basically go in hiding in fear for my life, and that's basically the whole dream, wondering if this person is going to find me. But this other dream, I had someone there as a protector. It seemed to be someone like John, obviously. But nobody in the dream has a face. It's not gory. It's just sort of a blank face. Side note, totally not in an abusive relationship. So not sure where this is coming from. Love your show. Listen every time you release. You're all the best. Huge fan right now. Let me know.
I mean, you could still have a fear of it, even though you're not in a situation that's like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Correct.
You could still like be like, I've got a fear. I've had fears like that before in my life too, where it never happened to me, but it's still a fear that it could happen. So I don't know. I don't think that's.
I mean, if you're the protector, then I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, what could happen?
Yeah, it was. I think part of it
slamming
is
wiener
too-
schnitzels in Austria right now, having gangbangs. I'll show you a meat sword.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mazel tov. No, I think that there's always that fear because when I watch, growing up, I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries all the time.
Yeah,
and
dude.
there'd be some times where I'd go to bed and be like literally have a nightmare about an abductor or like a killer. And so I don't know, maybe this person maybe watches some of that stuff like Dateline or True Detective or Forensic Files and just goes to bed with what if a lot of these what if situations, right? And so what if I'm a father and my car breaks down, I'm being tailgated by some guy in a dark home. Like for me, like those thoughts race in my head. So maybe she just goes to bed or she likes being touched and groped and attacked with her romantic relationships.
This is the thing, though, man.
Maybe it's a premonition.
Yeah. Women so they watch all these shows and then they wonder why they're freaked out or they're having trauma. You're watching these insane shows. Like, what do you think's going to happen? Like,
Bro, my wife will watch Dateline and go for a walk outside.
Does Bethany, when you guys watch a good new episode, does she make you like, all right, Zach, turn the shower on, go up to the room, and then start scene? Start scene. It's like you don't know if you're in an escape room, a panic room.
Next thing you know, the cops are at the front door.
Right. She's like so into this role play.
Yeah, she calls the cops.
Done.
No. We watch a lot of Dateline.
Shuts that down so fast. No.
We watch a lot of Dateline. We're big Dateline people.
What else do you have, John?
Another dream. Hello to the guys that keep my laughing going at work. Oh. I didn't think. Oh, yeah, it's a female. I didn't think I'd be writing into you, but I had a dream that was a little off for me. These are the best. So in my dream, a short one, I was good friends with a guy. Oh, damn. Now they say you dream about people you know or have seen before. I don't think I know who this person is because I've never seen his face ever in my dream. But me and this guy were very good friends, but he was married. I was able to convince him that I was better than his wife. He then convinced his wife that they shouldn't be married. We ended up together and life is good. I was genuinely happy. Now in real life, I would never do something like this. Never would try to be with a married man. I'm divorced and have been single for some time now. It would be nice to find someone again, but I'm also learning to be happy alone. In my dream, I felt so happy, but I woke up and felt a little upsetting that I would do that to someone else. Do you have any thoughts as to why my dream would do that to me? Again, thank you for making me laugh and much love to you all.
With your home wrecking ass.
Sounds like you have fucking home wrecking fantasies.
Yeah, home.
Damn, dude.
That's exactly what that is. Wow. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe you could still do that, by the way, if you have a boyfriend. Just make it a role play, you know?
Yeah, I could say role play that.
He can act like he's married to somebody else.
Sure, yeah. Get up.
Maybe jump in this previous person's dream too. Like, wouldn't it be cool if these followers?
You could just be like, I'm going to jump in your dream.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll be that woman.
Yo,
you
man,
guys should talk.
I'll be that woman. Elon's talking about Neuralink being ready as soon as next year. So
fuck off, man. That's too crazy.
You imagine like we get to the point where we start like a Patreon page where we can Neuralink to our fans for $20 a month and just haunt their dreams.
That's the best.
I don't want you anywhere near my dreams, John.
Same.
Ever.
You waterproof after I'm done with you.
I don't want the guy anywhere near me, dude.
So here is a question geared towards Zach, but I think obviously Paul and I could jump in here. So Zach Myers has talked about the stress related to meet and greets. Are there any things we can as fans do or keep in mind to not contribute to the stress on any of y'all? I get really bad anxiety as well and don't want to contribute to issues for anyone, especially people who are taking time out of their day to make us fans happy. Thank you for your time in reading this, whether it's answered or not.
I think we could do like, hey, what makes you less stressed, Zach, with meet and greets? John, what makes you less stressed doing security stuff? And then what makes me less stressed with merch?
For me, I think that we talked about this before very extensively, the idea of when are fans held accountable for their actions and how they do. And so if you're just a genuine fan that, yeah, you might be in the wrong area, you might be doing something that's wrong at the time, just be that good person that corrects yourself and
yeah,
that type of thing. That's the least. Just be a good person that pays attention and listens to what actually the rules are.
Yeah.
I mean, that again, be accountable for your own actions. Just be a good fan. So,
Zach, what about you?
We just Brent and I decided last minute to put a VIP thing on sale for the Smith & Myers thing. And I really enjoyed the way we did that because we do like 25 people or whatever. And it was like you got to come to sound check, which is mostly just me kind of messing around, playing cover songs or whatever. But it's fun for people. And I'll sometimes people will say songs and I'll play them. And then we do like a Q&A for like 45 minutes at the end. And, only 6-7 people got to ask questions, but out of 25, but not all 25 people wanted to ask questions anyway. I really enjoyed that. It felt less stressful. I think like there are fans in particular who took it really the wrong way with what I said. And I'm not like hot and like getting after it right now. So like I can approach it in like a more
calm manner.
Yeah, and more thoughtful. Our fans, I started saying this in the middle of the tour on Smith and Myers because it's true. Like,
and it's so good. I heard you say this that night. And it was so good.
I feel like most
Zach fell asleep while saying this. That's how tired he was. Years ago.
I feel like most fans with bands are like, it's like 10% hardcore, 90% casual fan. And I feel like with our fans, it's opposite. I feel like it's 90% hardcore fans, and 10% the casual fan, right? So like our fans, our lyrics mean a lot to people. He's written stuff in the past that's really connected with people, so like, but it doesn't mean, I don't want people to stop sharing their stories with me, but at the same time, I don't take, like, somebody doesn't tell me a story about them having a gun in their mouth, getting ready to kill themselves, and I just go, oh man, sorry to hear that, and forget about it.
It weighs heavy on you.
It weighs very heavy on me, dude. We were doing a meet and greet in Indianapolis, and a lady talked about their kid who died. He's 5 years old, and I was like, I walked away while they're. I was like, I can't hear. Like, I have a kid, man. Like, I can't hear this.
You have two kids that are around that age, so yeah.
So it's like I don't take things like that well. Like John has seen me in like meet and greets and stuff. Like I've straight up walked out of meet and greets because people are telling me about like, a kid who has cancer or something. Like I don't take those things well, man. Like I don't.
But that's not, now real quick, just to clarify, that's not to discredit what that person's saying. Or
no, it's
just to clarify. I just want you to clarify.
You're not bumming me out.
Yes,
it's not a bummer. I'm not going, oh, what a bummer. I'm trying to be in a good mood. Like it's. Mortality,
you hurt for them, right?
Mortality hits it in a different way, right? Like I don't want to not hear your story, but fuck, man, like
I just want people to understand what it does.
It makes me, I'd need 80 hands to count the times that I've walked out of meet and greets crying because someone told me a story about their kids, and I'm like, I don't take kid things well. I don't. It's something that, so it's like, it's not a slide against people that I don't want to do meet and greets anymore. It's just that like sometimes those stories, man, like it takes a lot out of me, man. I wear everything on my sleeve. I don't just go, oh, you almost killed yourself and whatever. I dare you saved your life. All right, cool. I'm going to have a good show tonight. Like I'm thinking about all those people while I'm on stage, and trying to make them feel something because they're at the show. So, I really like the way that we did it on Smith and Myers because there was no like, there's no way to not make this sound bad. There was no like, it wasn't like real personal. It was personal because I'm looking at someone in the eye while they're asking me a question, but like, there wasn't this time.
We did what we could do given the pandemic and the environment we're in to make sure we can actually finish the dates.
Yeah, like but at the same time, like I don't know, I don't want to bum people out. I don't know. I think I've said this on here before. I don't know if I want to do meet and greets ever again. It's just for me personally. It's just that's me personally. We're a band who all four people make decisions, right? Like it ain't like Brent makes a decision and that's fucking what's what. That's not how this band works. We are four equal members of a band. We have a leader. You know what I mean? But everyone has a say. If that dude gets outvoted, he ain't never fucking slung his dick over his shoulder and been like, this is the way it is. Yeah, he's never done that because he knows better because we've been together so long now. He knows that I got a fucking opinion. He may be tired of fucking hearing it, but he knows I got one. So, but yeah, that's the kind of like the least stressful things that happen. But like, yeah, I don't want people to think that like I just fuck meet and greets. That's not my reason.
So what can people do to make, like, back to the question, what can people do to make your life easier at these meet and greets?
Just be cool, man. Like John said, just be cool. Like, don't, I don't know. Because I don't want to tell our fans how to act either. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to put their emotions in check. Do what you want, but like just know
be aware that you have feelings as well.
Just know that I have feelings and I have kids and I get emotional about this stuff, too. So, but I don't want, it's so hard, man. I don't want people to think that I don't want them to share their stories with me. You know what I mean? Because I do. I want them to share their stories with me because, don't think that just because I get sad about it or that it makes me very emotional, that I don't really appreciate the fact that anything I've done in my life has helped you in any way. Like, like, fuck, man, that's the most gracious situation.
That's a very humbling thing, right?
Yeah, man. The fact that anything I've ever done has helped you, man, God, wow.
That's awesome.
I'm still the kid playing guitar in my bedroom, right? So like the fact that happened is the best, but like it's still not easy. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a good answer.
There you go.
I have one more hypothetical or like a question for us. It's actually a good one. So,
let's hear it.
If you had to be stuck in a TV show for a week, what show would you pick and why?
All right, here, hold on. Let's make this fun. Let's make this even funner. Okay.
All right.
We got to pick the other person's.
Okay.
So I'm picking Paul, and Paul's picking Zach, and Zach's picking me.
Or I can pick John. I'll pick your show.
Gotcha.
Zach, I'll pick your show, and then we'll. So for John, I would either say Naked and Afraid, or like
Kill
exactly Naked and Afraid, or like Surviving with Bear Grylls.
Like in the producers meeting, I'm just completely naked.
You're
like,
just an insane. Yeah, it's like, dude, this is not the same show. Like, why are you naked?
We're like going over your resume. Like, put your clothes on, goddamn.
For Zach, only because I would want to be in the show with Zach, I would say Seinfeld. I would say Seinfeld for Zach.
Yeah, dude. Or Curb.
Yeah, he fits that one.
Or Curb, but I feel like me and Zach on a Seinfeld episode would be.
Yeah, I'd say for
I
you.
would like to see like a Zach Bethany combo on like an Ozark type show,
or like King of Queens. Just Zach driving Bethany insane.
Yeah, that dynamic of like the husband, wife, kids.
Yeah.
Zach's how he lives, like Bethany. Like I think it'd be but putting them in a situation with his murders and crime, it'd be interesting. Paul, maybe you're like a
oh God,
like a Sons of Anarchy, like a guys in like the prison yard, like you're like that bit character.
Because I'm Mexican.
Yeah,
like a Danny
and every time they see you, they're like, "Oh, dude, it's a good episode."
You're the new
like,
Danny Trejo, bro.
Oh, you fucking son of a bitch.
Pauly Trejo with his Phoenix tattoo.
That's the thing is like, I see Paul in like a curb type thing with me, but like also like, man, I've been watching Yellowstone, bro. I would love to be on Yellowstone.
I want to watch that so bad.
And they put a lot of musicians on there too.
Okay.
Like Ryan Bingham's on there, and they it's crazy. Like, so it was created by the guy who played Sheriff Hale or Deputy Hale in Sons of Anarchy in the first season of Sons of Anarchy.
Oh no shit! I like that guy, man.
Yeah, he created Yellowstone and directs it and writes it.
I'm gonna watch that today.
Yeah, dude, it's so good, man. It is so. Dude, it's
everybody who's
Sons
watched
of
it
Anarchy
has
with
said
horses.
tight, and it's realistic though, right? Like,
no, yeah,
like
very.
what if you woke up though like Game of Thrones or like some vile show? Like you're just like, dude, where the fuck am I?
I would hate it because I don't like period pieces.
See, I would love
You
waking
like
up in a Seinfeld episode. I would love waking up to something like that. Like, oh, sign me up. But a period piece? Oh, that would drive me insane.
Yeah,
like how do I live?
You woke up in like a Western, bro. You're like,
Like
Paul could be like the character of who's the black friend of Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Great role. Great character.
JB Smoove,
yeah, where he's like in multiple
I can picture
episodes.
Paul be that type of person too, where it's like street smart, super wise, always has good ideas, but like
Thanks,
just
buddy.
nothing comes through. I like that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Great hog.
Great hog.
well, guys,
do we have anything else?
It's been a 2-hour episode, ladies and gentlemen. This is by far the longest one. The only other thing I have is like, I know that you guys like make fun of Memphis a lot, just to give me shit. But I will say this:
I was just there.
I made fun of Memphis a little bit. How was Huey's, by the way? Was it good?
Yeah.
Stop.
Huey's-
Stop. Don't say it. It's such a good burger.
It was
Let's
good.
end with
I had a Philly cheesesteak and it was actually really good. It was good. It was good. I was just so fucking tired, man. I was like, I didn't want to.
You gotta come here, dude. You gotta come here, dude, when you're not tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here's
I want to
what-
bring
I'll say
Cadence
what-
out. I want to bring Cadence out and like let the kids play and have a fucking rager.
All right, sorry. One more gripe and we'll get out of here.
Go.
Two things actually. I forgot this in my gripes. People who walk at Disney World and then John, you were at Universal.
This is my biggest gripe of all time.
And just
in the
stop.
middle of a walkway.
And literally,
This is my biggest
path.
Yeah,
and they'll just
there's like-
they're walking. There's a flow, and they just stop.
and just stop. Hey, where do we go? That's
look
my
at their phone.
biggest. That's my biggest pet peeve about humans in general.
Get out of the fucking way.
Step to the side and figure out what you're fucking doing.
Get out of the fucking way. Get out of the fucking way. Put that, can JR put that
Pantera.
Meshuggah, Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street thing where he's like screaming. Yeah. Get out of the fucking way. Get out of the fucking way.
I think we all share that sentiment.
The Memphis gripe I have is like, you know, when you land at airports and they're like if you land in Atlanta or like New Orleans and they're like, hey, this is Denzel Washington. Welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana. Or like whatever. Like Atlanta, it's like, hey, what's up?
Who's welcoming you to Memphis?
Yeah, like welcome to this dude. We got to the Memphis airport and we all flew together. It was me, Zach, and JR. And like the Memphis airport ones are so bad. By the way, Al Green's from here. I'm from here.
It's just Alan Mac Myers more.
Dude, Justin Timberlake's from here. Josie from Saliva. There's so many people from here that are like famous. And like you get to the Memphis airport and it's like, what's up, Memphis? This little Pop-Tart. Welcome to the Memphis airport. You're like, what? Like, oh, what's up? What's up, Memphis? This little Meek, aka the fancy one. You're like, I don't know any of those names that you just said. It's like so fucking stupid.
That's very on par with Memphis though. Like they can't get anybody real to do a thing on there.
Dude, all the Grizzlies players, me, Justin Timberlake, Al Green, there's like all these people who are of like note who are from here. And like you get off on the airport. What's up, Memphis, man? This little Meek. Welcome to the Memphis airport, man.
Like you can literally put together an Elvis Presley one even. It doesn't matter.
Hey, you guys heard the band Saliva? Well, we open for Saliva. This is Jimmy Raven.
Jimmy Raven.
We won the stage top battle of the bands in 1997. It's like, dude, like there's like one on there. It's like Mono Neon, which is like this incredible bass player, which is good. But like there was this one the other day. It was like, what's up, Memphis? This little fancy ketchup. You're like, who the fuck?
Spicy ketchup coming at you.
This little spicy ketchup coming at you. Be sure to visit Beale Street while you're here. It's like, what?
Don't you double dip.
Check out my new record. Don't double dip. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been either season 2, episode 1 or episode 33. If you want to listen chronologically. If you have any advice, life advice or dreams or comments that you'd like to give us, please email us at suplifeadvice@gmail.com. John?
suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
Paul?
suplifeadvice@gmail.com. Hey, also, real quick, let us know if you what guests you want to see on here. I think we're really going to try
be the
and
guest
get
season. I think this season 2 will be the guest season. Even next week we may have a guest. Thank you very much. Also, I think we're going to have new shirts coming, right, Paul?
Yep.
We're going to have great hog shirts coming. So as always, be sure to check out John's other podcast, Spear Talk.
Crushing it, by the way.
The Great Hog shirts. We're very excited. Yeah, shout out to John. You got 10,000 subscribers now?
I'm over 12,000.
12,000, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what we need to rebrand over here.
We're at 12. Period.
Yeah, 12 subscribers.
I think what we need to do.
We need to rename we need to rename our YouTube, so it's not just my name.
Zach Myers. Yeah.
So
get on that homework.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to the podcast, like the podcast. That's how we get in here. Shout out to John's or Paul's Alan Jackson show. The best. Amazing.
Classic.
So, hang out once again. Shout out to producer JR, and we will see you next week. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Be good. Take care. Have a good one. See you later.
Smash that like button.
Smash the subscribe button. Later, nerds.
Later. Suck.